fuck. I'm so drunk, I feel retarded. I'm fucking deep.
Just saying, sometimes you get a knock on the head, you get special powers. It happens all the time.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore.
I'm talking to America here, excuse me.
Oh, yeah!
I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. The eggnog is flowing. Tastes extra sweet. Yeah, I had a great Christmas. A fantastic Christmas. A fanatical Christmas. It's one of the best Christmases ever. But let's bring in everybody else. Let's see how everybody else's Christmases happen. Steve, how was your Christmas?
My Christmas was good. I can't complain.
Koozie, Christmas do good for you?
Yeah, I had a pretty good Christmas. Had a good time.
Yeah. How was Christmas for you, PJ?
Amazing, man. My daughter got 1,000,000 gifts.
It's good to hear. I'm glad that everybody had a very Merry Christmas. We all deserve it. So this is the part of the show where I tell everybody that there was news this week, but there really wasn't much news except there was one major injury. TJ Hawkinson is out for the rest of the year and tore his ACL at the end of the season, so that's an obvious.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, super.
That means he's gonna miss half of next year. That sucks.
Shit, I don't know about that, but
An
definitely
ACL is
four or five games.
That's a 1-year injury.
I don't know, my boy. It's 2023. Doctors are like top notch.
Yeah, Aaron
now. Like,
Rodgers.
you never know.
No. ACLs are different.
I'm just saying, you never know. It could be like partial
An
tears.
Achilles, yeah, that used to be a major significant injury, but an ACL that's a minimum 1 year.
Didn't AP come back from a torn ACL in the same season?
Nope.
Nah.
Was that an Achilles?
Nope.
I think that was. I don't even think that was the
He came back and touched the record after tearing his ACL, but he didn't come back the same year. That's damn sure.
I don't remember that one either. Jags quarterback Trevor Lawrence is questionable with a sprained right shoulder after
that guy is always injured now.
Yeah, dude, he just came out of being injured, now back into being injured. I feel bad for the Jags. Dolphins wide receiver Jalen Waddle is questionable with a high ankle sprain.
He'll be fine.
I mean, speaking to Mr. Dolphin, my pops, he says he thinks Jalen's going to play. Like, he's got some inside scoop that, Jalen already said he's going to play. I ain't seen that. I can't confirm it. But, maybe. But yeah, that's it. We just had some injuries. There's no real headlines, so we can put another put another fucking day on the no one's got arrested calendar. The only other story is that Brendan's a whole fucking fraud and is not going to be here tonight, and that sucks. I'm sad about that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Mackenzie just won wrong. Okay.
Tell her bring me her money.
Yeah, it is. It's
kind
super
of fraudulent, honestly.
Super fraudulent. I feel like this is supposed to be a well-attended night after Christmas and all, but whatever. So
let's talk playoffs.
Yeah, let's talk playoffs. Let's talk some.
There's some interesting scenarios going on right now.
There's not just that. There's on top of that, there was just a lot of interesting game results that ended up happening over the week. Also, hey, we had a really good fucking week of football. Like, this was an awesome. We had 3 games on Saturday, a whole schedule on Sunday, and then 3 fucking Monday games. Like, who can complain at that much football? And now we have all the bowl games coming up.
Yeah.
I'll tell you who.
What number is he?
I feel that. What'd you say, BJ?
No, I'm talking to dumbass Susie.
Oh, okay. All right. So before we begin on the game recap, I would just like to listen. We have to thank our wonderful producer at UFA. He works hard to bring you entertaining commercials, even on Christmas. So before we get into the game of the week, I figure I needed to show off his prowess. So give me 1 second. Hold on.
I don't think both teams are frauds. I think this is a statement game to prove that we are not the label that you guys give us.
The winner of the fraud bowl is not a fraud anymore. That's how it works.
But if you guys beat the Cowboys, my stance changes. If you guys beat the Cowboys, I will change my entire stance. I promise you. It's just the way
man. Fucking Micah Parsons versus your backup offensive line is a great matchup. Can't wait.
Cowboys 20 at Dolphins 22. Game of the week. The Fraud Bowl has concluded. The results are in. And it was the Cowboys. Yes, it was the Cowboys. That was the answer, guys. It was the Cowboys. That were the frauds. That was the answer. So, CeeDee Lamb 25.2 points. 6 receptions, 118 yards, a touchdown, 2 carries, 14 yards, and a new pair of pants. Tyreek Hill, 18.9 points, 9 receptions, 99 yards. Couldn't get me a fucking touchdown, you fucking fraud. I needed that. Thanks a lot, Tyreek. The one fucking game. Anyway, hey, I can't hate. So, guys, let's talk about frauds. Let's begin this show with the Fraud Bowl because that's the best I have to offer for this fucking show. Brendan, you're a complete and utter fucking fraud, so I figure we're gonna start with the Fraud Bowl first. I know he's watching. So.
Well, the first note that I want to actually add on this game, because I've actually, since the game happened, I've seen a lot of the Dallas fans coming out saying that Tony Pollard was robbed of that touchdown. I'm sorry, listen, his foot can be across the plane line as much as he wants everybody, but NFL rule states that the ball must be across the plane. If his feet are across the plane and the ball is still on the 2-yard line, that is not a touchdown.
Yeah,
so
the ball has to cross the
fan
plane.
Watching right now, this is your educational hour, so you can understand and stop crying on social media that you guys were robbed. You weren't robbed. That was a clean play. Next.
To be fair with that statement, I love taking this approach because I love when people do this. There was one play where CeeDee Lamb was held in the end zone.
That's why I said he needs a new pair of pants.
That was a blatant call, but I always stick to what I say every single time. Do not put your team in a predicament where a call will decide the outcome of your game. I don't care if it's against you or towards you or whatever. Don't put yourself in a predicament where one call can ruin your chance of winning.
Yeah, that's also valid.
So, who wants to take this first? Because I'm professional.
Man, I'll
UFA
go first, honestly.
TJ is here. Okay.
I'll go first, honestly.
So go ahead, Kuz.
All right, shit. I mean, listen, you guys got your week this week, but just know if you guys lose to Ravens, you are back in that fraud talk. You are back in that fraud talk because this is I see this more as like adding to the annual late season collapse of the Dallas Cowboys, which started last week in Buffalo. You know, where they got mopped and they came in this game. You guys kind of like let them hang around too long, you know. But yeah, I mean, it was a good win for the Dolphins, a much needed win as they're still battling for that number 1 seed. But just enjoy it this week because if you guys lose to Ravens, as good as the Ravens are, you still get thrown back into that fraud talk.
I'm a firm believer in wins or wins. Very firm believer in that. There's one discrepancy about this game that threw me off, and I know last week I said if Miami wins, I'm going to take them out of fraud alert. They're going to stay there for an extra week. My reasoning behind this, is Dallas is not a good road team. It's been established this year that they just don't win well on the road.
But you knew that going
Um,
into the game.
the fact I was expecting this game to be a Miami blowout, to be honest. It was going to be, I was expecting this game to be a blowout for one side. Either the Cowboys were going to blow Miami out or Miami was going to blow Dallas out. The fact that this game was so close in Miami with so much talent loaded on offense tells me they still don't have it together. Um, there's a lot of opportunities, a lot of mistakes on Tua's side. Tyreek was not having a great. He was covered well by Bland. Bland was all over him, and it just seems like the Cowboys lost this game more than Miami won this game. If that makes sense, it seems like Dallas just kept shooting themselves in the foot on every drive. They had that fumble at the start of the game. They had a great drive, and it just seems like ever since that fumble, they lost it. They couldn't get it right since then. And if Miami was as good as they are advertised as, they should have capitalized on every single one of these mistakes, and yet they didn't. Now, I'm not going to bury Miami and say they're bad. I'm just going to say they're not as good as people are hyping them up to be. I still think they got an easy Dallas team that shot themselves in the foot. They rolled away with a win with a last-second field goal. It should have been a blowout. You should have beat the brakes off the Cowboys because this is not the Cowboys that were playing a little while ago that beat the Eagles. It's not the same Cowboys that are blowing out teams. This was the we're the dumb, stupid Dallas that Miami got, and they're lucky they got that because if they got real full Dallas, I would have expected Dallas to blow them out this game. Um, and this is where the experience of the playoffs show. And this is why I'm so adamant about teams that made it before and teams that haven't been there. The playoffs are different. It's not a cookie cutter, oh, I'm just going to get this team and roll through them. No, everybody's going to pull out their special playbooks. They're going to pull out their advanced plays. That's when coaching's at an all-time high. I need to see Mike Daniels spice it up. He needs to spice it up. He did a great job last week without Tua, or not Tua, Tyreek, spicing it up with Jalen Waddle, but then it regressed this week. It went backwards. The play calling was the same dynamic. I'm going to run Tua on an option before the play, or not Tua, run Tyreek on an option before the same
I mean, let's
usual
not forget though
Miami
that
stuff.
it was the Jets that they played last week. Let's not like you know what I mean.
The Jets still have a stellar defense, and they made that defense look fucking
Yeah,
stupid.
not when they're on the field for 55 out of 60 minutes.
Which is smart. That's what I'm
That
saying.
is a good point, Coos.
Mike McDaniel's controlled the tempo of that game, and I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if you play the Jets. I don't care if you play the Panthers. I don't care who you play. You're still playing against a professional NFL football team. Nothing is given in this. Nothing is given in this league. Everything is earned. So this game is I'm iffy about it. The Dolphins got the win. Good. Very good for their playoff seeding. They can shoot for the number one seed. Beating the Ravens will put an exclamation point on the league. If they beat the Ravens, that's the team to beat right now. That's the team that's hot. Just made the Niners look stupid. And if the Dolphins get it done for the Ravens, look out, rest of the league. The Dolphins are here to play, and I'll stand on that hill and die on that hill. I need to see more. I need to see this game be the game that Miami comes out and shows that ass.
All right, I need to remind our viewers that last week he said the same thing. So, anyway, so one thing because PJ said something about expecting blowouts, I wanted to check something because I wanted to make sure I wasn't talking out of my ass. But I remembered it because I think I made a mention of it before the game had started because I was like, wow. The spread for this game was a 1.5 spread. That was where Vegas had it. So
Of
I don't
course,
know
Vegas
where
is going to pick that.
I don't know where you
They
saw
had
a
the spread the
blowout.
same. They had the same thing for the Niners and the Ravens. Okay,
Right, but I don't know where
Do you
I
think
don't.
Vegas knew it's football?
Yeah, but we didn't. First off, we didn't expect we expected Niners and
No, but they
Ravens to be
definitely
the
got their
game of
hand
the
in
week.
it. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, we expect, but I was expecting that to be the game of the week. I was not expecting to talk about the Dolphins coming out the gate like this.
I was not expecting a 22-20 or what was it,
But
22
what
to. I was
the
not
reason
expecting.
the reason why I'm bringing up the spread is because you're probably the only person in America that thought that there was going to be a blowout happening for this game, because the media didn't, Vegas didn't, I didn't, fans didn't. Dude, it was 60 minutes of stress for me. It
And
was
that's
a
what makes
little.
it, and that's what makes it more fraudulent to me. We're literally the thing with the Cowboys and the Dolphins is they're
I
literally the
think we're.
same team in different
I think
divisions.
we're selling the Cowboys a little short, and I understand why. First off, I'm not going to send you for that.
Well, the Cowboys proved who they were. The Cowboys
I'm
proved
not.
that they're the inconsistent team on the road.
I'm
That's the
not going
proof
to
of
No,
that.
no,
send you for
they're
shitting on
consistent
the
this time of year.
Cowboys. Yeah, they are just consistently bad. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna shit on you for fucking selling the Cowboys short, but we are selling that defense short. Okay, and it does take some holding calls that don't get called. It does take some DPI that doesn't get called to win this game, like it's taken all year for everybody else. Bills win like that, Chiefs win like that, Philly wins like that. So I don't want to hear the referee call shit either, unless
I
it's
don't
like.
see games. I don't see games like that though. I see the Niners go out and blow out good teams. I see the Ravens go out and blow out good teams.
Yes,
The-
no, yes, no, because we have teams of the same caliber going into overtime. Blowouts happen from monumental failures. You can't expect that week in and week out.
well,
Now,
the point of what I'm saying is it's not. I didn't gain as much as Miami fans gained from this game. Miami fans think they're
of
clear. Oh
course,
yeah, we beat Cowboys.
of course you
You know what I
don't,
mean?
because
I
Miami
didn't.
fans are biased and holding on to wins like this team is. So it I'm not talking to you as a Miami fan. I'm talking to you as a football fan. I'll get to the Miami fan after this part of this. Believe me, we'll get into some Macho Man after this. But I'm just as a football level, like this was supposed to be, besides the San Francisco game, the game of the week. Everybody's eyes on this game because the teams were so evenly matched. Like this, and because of the narratives behind these two teams. So one had to give, and we saw it give. But to say that I was expecting a blowout on either side, I can't see how that can happen, because Dallas was still
To
a good team
escape
coming
the
into this game.
narrative, to escape the narrative, that's what I was expecting. If the game played out the way to keep both teams still in the narrative, that's the way it happened. I didn't see any clear cut like, okay, this team's actually
That's
legit, and
football. That's football.
I
And the
didn't
other
see that.
thing, but what I saw in the game, and I understand. First off, everything that you've said, valid as far as what you saw in the game, valid. I'm not going to argue with that. But what there's things that maybe you did see, didn't mention, or you missed, and I haven't. I'm a defensive guy. I love good defense.
Take care, buddy.
I could fucking love a game that has 9 points total. I
Defense
love
wins
seeing
championships.
sacks. I love seeing fumbles. I love seeing interceptions and sloppy football, and because that just gets fucking my goat. So seeing Andrew Van Ginkel in the fucking backfield in 2 seconds every fucking play, loved that. Seeing Chubb on the other side, 2 seconds every play, loved that. Christian Wilkins down the middle, 2 seconds every play, loved that. I haven't heard Dallas's offensive line get shit on all year. They've
And
been.
that brings me to my point. It just looked like blown blocks, blown assignments. It just looked like Dallas the road team Dallas that normally comes to town.
But that's what
We
Miami
don't know what we're
did.
doing on the fucking road.
That's what Miami does to a lot of teams' offensive line. The front four of Miami is good. We lost Jalen Phillips, and you don't even notice it.
They're inconsistent too. 1 week they'll play good, 1 week they'll play bad.
We have 3 straight games of these guys hitting the quarterback in an incredible amount of time. Like, so it's not. I understand the inconsistency in the beginning of the year, but in the last 3 weeks, this 3-week span, that front four has been one of the best in football.
The thing that I don't care about regular season play. I don't care about it. I could.
We should now. This is playoff atmosphere.
See, this is what you don't as a no offense to you, as a rookie team that doesn't go to the playoffs often, you're looking at the regular season like, yeah, this is a preview of how we're gonna play. It is not. It is not a preview of how you guys
I
are gonna
never
play.
said, but that's not. I've never. First off, I've never said that
You
because
cannot.
secondly, I may not have been there, but I do follow football, so I know things change in the playoffs. I know schemes get harder in the playoffs. I know people play harder in the playoffs.
So you're
Obviously,
telling me that the Dolphins are ready for postseason football right now? Is that what you're telling me?
I feel like they are, yes, but I felt like that all season. So it's now I'm going to be able. Well, I'm not going to be able personally, but the team's going to be able to back up that belief, and I do believe they will. So yeah, I do believe that the Dolphins are ready for the postseason.
Going into the
You also
postseason, all right.
bring into the conversation a lot playoff experience. Playoff experience isn't limited to the logo on your helmet when you go to the playoffs. The play that Tyreek Hill's got Super Bowl experience. You know, Mike McDaniel has playoff experience. He's been there with a few teams. Um, Brad or not Bradley. Some of the defense. What do you call it? Long Jr. I'm pretty sure. I think he's been in the playoffs a couple of times. Um, this unit last year was in the playoffs and
Ramsey
got their
been in
asses
playoffs.
kicked. Ramsey has been in the playoffs. X has been in the playoffs. Um, yeah, there's good rookies on this team that haven't, but the whole team isn't like that. Jalen Waddle hasn't been. Tua hasn't been. Holland hasn't been. Christian Wilkins. No, Christian Wilkins was there last year. And no, as a matter of fact, so was Holland.
Yeah, but at least Tua and Waddle been on a big stage before in the Natty,
Yeah.
in like
So
ups and downs.
there is playoff experience on this team of varying ranges. There's the guys that got their asses kicked last year, and that's their experience, and then there's guys that have gone to the Super Bowl. So the playoff experience thing to me, I kind of underrate it because there's playoff experience on every single one of these teams. The Panthers have playoff experience, and they suck. The what I've
That's
seen
valid.
what I seen with the Dolphins in this game against the Cowboys is a team that was able to get a win in a different way. They didn't have Tyreek Hill in the end zone. They didn't have Jalen Waddle in the end zone. Fuck, they didn't have Jalen Waddle for half of the fucking game. Tua wasn't able to get a 400-yard fucking passing game going. We couldn't get Raheem Mostert out of the backfield, except for a couple of times. Like, the offense did not play an insanely good game of football because Dallas's defense wasn't gonna allow Tyreek Hill to just fucking go wild on them. After what happened with Buffalo, they weren't gonna let Raheem Mostert do the same shit. But the defense came to play. The special teams came to play. Our kicker decided he could fucking just kick 57-yard field goals. This motherfucker couldn't make a 30-yard field goal in the beginning of the year. He's kicking 57-yard field goals now. I didn't know that. Did you? We can't know that unless it happens. So we're finding out that the Dolphins aren't just the Lamborghini offense that everybody thought they were. They are also a defensive team. They're also a team that can beat you with just a kicker. And they've done it a couple of times. Like, it's what you see as flaws, I see as pros. What you see as cons, I see as pros. Yeah, this offense did not do good this week. They didn't. They still got a dub. They got a dub with one touchdown and like fucking 4 or 5 field goals against a team that was supposed to not lose back-to-back games. That was supposed to be the fucking favorite of the matchup. I understand it's a close game. And I understand there's still going to be a lot of questions. I still have questions. But one of those questions isn't, do I think that the Dolphins don't deserve to be in the playoffs, or do I think they're not ready to be there? I think they are. I think the record speaks for itself. Do I feel very confident with Baltimore? No. I think that game's going to be a fucking struggle, and it's going to go one of two ways. It's either going to be a 3-point. I said this in the chat earlier. It's either going to be a 3-point win for the Dolphins, or the Dolphins are going to get fucking cooked. Because what we saw in San Francisco, and we'll get to that later, was not promising for us. But do I think that the Dolphins have a shot? Yes. Do I think the Dolphins have a shot in a rematch with the Chiefs? Yes.
I think also the problem in the San Francisco game, though, was the amount of injuries that came out throughout that game.
It's the same with us. We had injuries. It's the same with Dallas. They had injuries. It seems like everybody no, that's not true. Baltimore has injuries too. Fucking, they lost Mark Andrews for the year. So they're just a scary team. But we'll get to that when we get to that game. When it comes to the Dolphins, what I see is a team that they are seeing adversity and they're meeting it. And it's refreshing to see, because I thought for a second, heart palpitating for 60 minutes, I thought, fuck, dude, shit, can they really pull this off? And it's probably going to be like that for the next 2 weeks. This is what you don't understand, I guess, is because we haven't been to the playoffs this often. This is normally our playoffs. This is playoff atmosphere to us. We're still going to play these games hard as fuck. So, and it is probably going to be a fucking 60-minute struggle for the next 2 weeks. So, Dolphin fans, get your cardio in, because this shit ain't going to be fun. What the truest thing that Brendan said on this podcast is having a good team is way more stressful than having a bad one. It is. It is. This sucks. The payoff needs to come already, because this shit sucks. In respect to the Cowboys, this shit's damning to them. Who do they have next? Who do the Cowboys have next? Anybody know
It's
that
not
one?
damning. It's just we know what Dallas is. This is what Dallas does every year. They do the regular season. They do the regular season awesomeness, and then the postseason exit comes.
They got the Lions at home, and they got the Commanders. So the Commanders, they can get that one. The Lions, there's another tough fucking team. And what we've just seen against the Dolphins is they have problems sealing deals on teams that are their caliber.
No, it's not. It's not even their caliber. It's away. It's any team that is not at home. It's just mission impossible. It's just.
Well, then they got to be feeling pretty fucking good that the Lions are going there.
Yeah, I expect them to get the dub on that one. But the thing that annoys me about Dallas is they cannot win outside of their fucking stadium to save their life.
And they're going to be sitting outside of their stadium all playoffs.
I think so, because the Eagles have an easier record, if I'm correct, for the next 2 games. Right?
The Eagles are going to walk through their schedule.
Who is it?
Hold on. Cardinals, Giants. Cardinals at home, Giants in New York. And for the matter, the 49ers have Commanders, Rams.
Damn, that sucks for the Rams.
Yeah, it does suck for the Rams. Because the Niners ain't dropping another game.
There's a lot of playoff implications for the Rams too, but we'll get there. I'm not saying Dallas that Miami doesn't deserve. They've got to. They're in the playoffs. They've earned that. It's just now we don't talk about regular season. We talk about playoffs. Talk about
for the next couple, it's gonna be
get the experience. I get that. Like that's cool and all. But
besides that, these next couple of games are gonna be playoff atmosphere, because the Ravens-Dolphins game for that number 1 seed, both those teams want that, especially the Dolphins. But even Baltimore would love to fucking play the playoffs at home. So I expect that to be a dogfight. And then the Buffalo Dolphin game, especially if the Dolphins lose to the Ravens, that game becomes all important, because that's for the division, that's for seeding, that's for fucking Buffalo's life. And I expect that to be a dogfight. So, I mean, these two games in particular, because of the implications of what they are, I feel like they count as playoff games. Because these are damning implications.
That's
the
fair.
Dolphins don't want to be away.
That's fair.
But, all right, so we've talked a lot about Cowboys Dolphins. Does anybody else have any? Steve, did you have anything on this game? Because I don't think we got to you. I like my picture though. That's a handsome guy. He was a happy dude. This was a happy guy. Look at him. Look at that.
Yeah, I figured it was appropriate to put it up while you were doing your Dolphin rant. That's the monkey I see when you start talking about your team.
Listen, all I gotta say is that we are here to fuck them all to death. All right. Anyway,
so I mean, my only addition to that game is, I mean, aside from my opening comment about the whole Pollard touchdown, and I mean, Miami did their thing towards the end of that game. I mean, they didn't do their normal fashion and muck it up in the last 2 minutes. So, I mean, good on them. They held it. They got the win. But again, I mean, we already know our real proving ground for Miami next week is going to be Baltimore. So, whatever they can do against Baltimore, however they walk out of that battle, is what's really going to tell us how they're going to stand when they get into the postseason this year. And like you said, it's not very promising seeing the steam that's coming out of the Baltimore Jacksons right now.
Nope,
I mean,
not at all.
Lamar has proven to us that, yeah, I got injuries, but I will put the team on my back if I have to, and I'll run the ball 20 yards. I'll give my coach a heart attack and run the ball longer than he wants me to.
I'm so conflicted with that game because I'm a Dolphins fan, homer first. I root for my Dolphins, but I'm an L-Jax fan all day. And any day that's not against the Dolphins, I'm always in L-Jax's corner. And if the Dolphins don't make it to the Super Bowl, I would like to see L-Jax get a ring. So I'm so conflicted in this game because I got monumental amounts of respect for L-Jax, but I don't want him to win the game today or next week. Like, he's gotta fucking lose. Like, I'm sorry about your MVP, dude. I fucking love you to death, but you gotta fucking lose. We gotta take you out. I'm sorry. Anyway, okay. That was fucking 25 minutes on the fraud ball. I think that's a good enough amount of time, right? Browns 36 and Texans 22. This is why Brendan should have been here, but he isn't. Fucking Brendan, of course.
We were talking about a crazy ass scenario about how the Baltimore Ravens can play Cleveland in the playoffs, and Joe Flacco can bounce an old team.
Dude, that would honestly be the greatest reality. It's so far-fetched. Or is it?
It's really the way that the Browns are one of those teams that's like, holy shit, you guys are serious. Like, they're actually better without Deshaun Watson. That's the crazy part. Like, without the guy that you went and traded your fucking life for, you're better than without him.
With a guy that just came off the boat like 4 weeks ago.
Someone made a great point for it that the Cleveland Browns right now are literally a carbon copy of the team the Flacco played for when he won a Super Bowl. Literally a carbon copy. So he fits well in that scheme. I believe the coach that's there too as well was the same coach that was on that Baltimore team. So he's fitting into that system well. And Cleveland Browns defense, obviously clear-cut I think it's number 1 now in the league. They keep bouncing between Baltimore and them, but that defense is playing fucking lights out. That's a team you don't want to play against in the postseason as well, because they'll just fucking hurt you.
Joe Flacco continues to impress. He continues to be a lead off the boat. But Amari Cooper was the fantasy player of the game. And, bro, 51.5 points on the semifinal week of fantasy. Congratulations to everybody.
And everybody wrote him off. I dropped him. I'm not going to lie. I had him and I dropped him.
Congratulations to everybody that had him in the starting lineup in your win on fantasy, because there ain't no fucking way you didn't win your fantasy game. 11 receptions, 265 fucking yards.
Browns franchise record.
Bills 20. Excuse me. Didn't want to get too far ahead of this. I do want to talk about this game. What I've seen out of the Browns offense with Joe Flacco is some shit straight out of a movie, bro. I'm telling you, this is the replacements come together in real life. Like, they got
Literally.
Joe Falco, except his name is Flacco, off a boat in the marina somewhere. Hey, come play some football for us. Get us a few wins. And he's sitting there balling like it's fucking 2010. I don't know
Joe Fluco.
I don't know where the fuck we have gone wrong letting this guy out of the league, but we can't make that mistake again.
You know, I do got to say, for everybody who was crap talking, saying that Flacco's return wasn't going to do anything for Cleveland, they were just going to die. I mean, does everybody need a reminder that he's got a ring?
Yeah.
Off the back of an elite defense.
Yeah, but, you know, it's like at the same time, too, it's like, you know, I kind of said this as a side comment a few weeks ago, and even I didn't believe it, and I said it, that, you know, it's going to probably increase Amari Cooper's value. And I didn't think it was going to do it that much. I mean, for a fucking receiver to have a turnaround and come up with a fucking QB number and fucking yardage is fucking phenomenal.
It's crazy what like a good offensive line can do for you.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I'm not going. And David Njoku has a career renaissance as soon as Joe Flacco goes under center. That hasn't gone unnoticed for me. David Njoku's been like a top tight end in fantasy ever since Flacco came.
Yeah, he was like the biggest waste of talent for like the longest time. Now now Kyle Pitts is kind of taking that reign.
Yeah, I drafted Njoku in fantasy this year, and I dropped him by like week 6 or 7. I was like, "Fuck this guy."
Oh nah, I thugged it out. I thugged it out with him in one of my leagues. He's been balling.
I couldn't. I was in dire need. I needed to
He
make some
turned
waiver
in.
moves, and
By the way,
from a 5-point tight end to a fucking 20-point tight end, and all it took was a change in quarterback. Go ahead, Kuz.
By the way, Monkey, I had no idea that I was even still in the playoffs in that sleeper league. I thought I was already eliminated, but I was like, fuck it, you know, I'm playing spoiler. I might as well just do little tweaks here and there. Like, my own team fucked my entire, like, fantasy chances up on any of my money leagues. Like, I had CJ Stroud, concussion. Fucking, all that was left at that point was fucking Zach Wilson. Jake Browning had already played Zach Wilson, concussion. It's like, fuck.
I had
in the playoffs
Kirk Cousins in a lot of my leagues, and I was streaming quarterback this whole fucking year.
Dude, how do you think I felt? I had an Aaron Rodgers, Garrett Wilson combo for the most part, and I've been maneuvering since week 1.
Oof.
So the fact that they fucked me this late in the season and I was in the playoffs, I was so mad.
And now we're here at the championship. We're about to fucking find out.
And it's crazy because we got good players, and all of them are playing for like implications right now. Like nobody's gonna be on the bench.
I saw that. I was like, oh fuck, damn it. Oh fuck, he's 2. Oh no. He doesn't have one guy that's gonna fucking just dial it in or mail it in. No. Yeah, I know that one's gonna be a hard bitch battle. It's probably gonna be a 2-point difference.
Bro, so the playoff week in my other league that I lost, it was like 30 to like 20 for the longest time. It's so bad. I ended up losing like 75 and change to like 65 and change. I was so mad. I was like, what the fuck?
I lost a terrible game.
Yeah, everybody shit the bed that week. Like fucking, I think Kansas City won like 27 to something, and like fucking Kelsey had like 5 points. And I was like, how did we get here?
And yet we are. And fucking PJ's about to be the first belt holder in the other league, in the main league. So congratulations.
Yo, I don't know what happened to my team. I was like 6-3 at one point in that one. I was like lit, and I don't know what happened. Just a string of bad games.
Listen, PJ, don't 28 to 3 your fantasy.
I still got one game to play.
Don't
I still got one game to play. I'm in championships and 4 leagues right now, so I'm pretty excited.
That
I came
belt
back in that
could be coming
the
home.
boys that almost the boys almost pissed me off, man. But I came back in that league, so I'm in the championship of that one.
All right, so Bills 24, Chargers 22. This was a close game. Why? Don't know. Fantasy player of the game was Josh Allen, 24.98, 15 for 21, 237 yards, a touchdown, an interception, 5 carries for 15 yards, and 2 touchdowns on the ground. For the big bad Bills that just decimated the Cowboys, I wasn't expecting them to go into Los Angeles and sweat it out with the Chargers.
Right.
They almost gave me my go home, you're drunk.
Josh Allen is a fraud. He's a bum. What did he have, like 80 yards? He had like 80 yards passing that game?
No, that was the game before. He had 89. He got a game ball.
Oh, yeah.
For 89
I was
yards.
blending both games, honestly. Yeah.
This one he threw for 237.
This is the same Chargers that just gave up 63 points last week to the Raiders.
Well, this is also the same Chargers that just fired their head coach, and now their interim head coach stepped in. I love these little games that happen because people act so surprised, and I'm like, no, I kind of knew that was going to happen. Haven't you guys noticed that anytime
nobody knew the Raiders were going to hang 63 points?
No, but no.
I know what he's getting to, and he's kind of right.
Are you talking about how they didn't get blown out and they actually competed in the game?
Anytime there's a change at quarterback, there's a change at head coach, or there's a change at coordinator, the next game that team usually either wins or plays a really close fucking game.
Yeah, because they know everybody's ass is on the line now. Heads are rolling.
Well, besides that, they don't know the coaching scheme on the other side.
They don't know the coaching scheme. The scheme changes. Like, these are important things that happen. Because all year, these guys are practicing on one scheme. And all of a sudden, we're dialing it up to a different scheme. Mid-season, the other team doesn't know. Even the team that's going out there is not really 100% executing it. It's the best that it can do. Does that make sense? So it's going to catch the other team off guard. It's going to happen. That's why when people are like, oh, the players are bad or this and that. I'm like, no, I think coaching is a good 60-70% of football.
I want to say it's 60.
I think it's a good chunk of it.
It is. I want to say it's 60% of it, but you got to still have good personnel to enact.
You still got to have good personnel, but like you got to have a coach that knows what the fuck he's doing.
What I didn't like in this game was Josh Allen still hasn't gotten over the weekly pick, and we're getting to the points of he can't throw that weekly pick against the Dolphins, or he can't throw that weekly pick in the first round in the wild card against like fucking the Browns or something. Like, that weekly pick's gonna get him killed. That it could be the deciding factor of the game. I think one thing that I hear a lot is people have said all over anywhere that Josh Allen has been forgiven for this shit because he's been winning. Well, now I agree with that, and now he's not winning. So when are we gonna stop forgiving him for that? When are we gonna start adjusting that or doing something? Because what I see with the coaching of this is they're not even addressing the issue. They're just trusting Josh Allen to do Josh Allen things because Josh Allen will do Josh Allen things, and
Josh Allen things is turning the ball over.
They'll take the pick with it. Exactly. But that's the thing. Josh Allen things include a turnover, so that's gonna cost. That's always gonna cost you. That's why 13 seconds happens. That's why you got Stephon Diggs watching 2 fucking Kansas City parades. Because Josh Allen just needs to stop throwing picks when the game's on the line. And he does that constantly.
And I've been saying for years that if Josh Allen wasn't so good at running the ball and so physical, like, he would have been considered a bust years ago. Because he is trash.
He is a more talented Tebow. Like
Yes.
he's a Tebow with arm
More.
talent.
Yeah. Yes. He's like the intermediate accuracy Tebow, but like a little bit taller.
He's and that's not disrespect, by the way. That's just how Josh Allen plays football, and I
Yeah.
understand that. But we have
I
not.
respect it, but he's still trash.
There's ways to do that and not be a pick machine. Why don't you go to Baltimore and ask Lamar Jackson how he does it? Or let's fucking go over to Justin Fields, who has been having three weeks of not throwing too many of those picks, still having to run for his life all over the field behind an offensive line that takes snaps. There's ways of doing things without having to throw a cross-field fucking prayer to Gabe and hoping to God that it doesn't get picked by the 3 fucking linebackers sitting there salivating, waiting for it. Like, and they count on it to happen. And I don't blame this on Josh Allen. I blame it on coaching. I think the Bills' biggest problem is the coach, and they hate hearing that because they love the guy, and I understand loving the guy, but he needs to fucking get it together. Like, if we're not getting rid of the guy, well, then somebody needs to get him in the fucking room and be like, yo, fix this. We're never going to get past the divisional if you don't fix this. This needs to change. It's not fucking Davis. It's not fucking Diggs. Not the line. The defense has played very fucking hard for a defense that has half of it on fucking an injured reserve. Like, they're playing insanely hard. What they did to Dallas, tremendous. So we're here at the point of the season where we're gonna ask that patchwork defense to cover a Josh Allen pick in an integral point of the game, and they're not gonna fucking be able to. And Buffalo's gonna kill the defense. They're not gonna kill Josh Allen for throwing the pick. Well, that's got to change. That's what I see in Buffalo. They're too set in their own ways that they don't want to adjust, and that's gonna keep biting them in the ass come this time of the playoffs or this time of the year. Now it's bitten them in the ass so hard that they're about to allow the Dolphins to win the fucking division, and no one had that happening in Buffalo in week 4. So fuck, dude, why are you in this position? Coaching. Anybody else got anything on the Bills Chargers? PJ, what do you think?
They need a Super Bowl. It's now or never. Yeah.
You cutting in and out, bub.
That's it.
Okay, I thought that
Said
was
they need a Super
fucking
Bowl.
mushy.
Figure it out.
It's not for lack of chances.
They don't get it.
Much.
They don't get it.
Yeah, it is about lack of chance. They get there a lot.
Yeah. The window's closing. Figure it out.
They are. How many years does Diggs have left on his contract?
Does who?
I mean, how much more skilled years does
Diggs
have? Not just contract. How many years?
Maybe
Yeah,
like a year or two.
I think
maybe 1 year after this year.
Yeah, I think it's 1 year after this year too.
Oh, don't let them lose Diggs. Josh Allen will be a noticeable bum if they lose Diggs.
Well, not even to say that. Diggs is going to bum himself. He's going to bum this year.
I can't say that.
Yeah, I can't relate.
I can't say that.
I can. He hasn't had a 100-yard game for what, 6-7 games?
I don't think that's his fault.
I think it is.
I truly don't think that's Diggs' fault.
I think that's more of a testament to how good he is. Teams are double teaming him.
Well, no, because he said that. He said that before. Defenses have called him out. Like Kansas City called him out. We weren't fucking doubling you. That's not why I think it's that things. Josh Allen hasn't been able to get him the fucking ball. And
yeah,
there's been plays where he's just been flat out missed. Like a Gabe Davis pass for 5 fucking yards was a better option than a fucking touchdown to fucking Diggs.
That's
on a
yeah.
not even one-on-one ball. So, but I do agree that the Bills' window is closing in fast. So yeah, it's Super Bowl now or never, and I don't think it's now.
Now being like this year.
I don't think it's now. I think the Dolphins are in the way. I think the Chiefs are in the way. I think the Browns are in the way. I think the Ravens are definitely in the fucking way. So, here's another one that I really wish we had Brendan for. Man, Brendan is such a fucking fraud. I'm getting on his shit for this. Because I had tailored this for Brendan just as much as I did for PJ, and it's not working. He's ruined the show. Patriots 26 at Broncos 23.
Here's another team that you didn't mention that if Buffalo can't sweep them, they'll be in their way. And that's sad.
Man, so who do you think Bill wants to fuck over more? That's ultimately what's gonna happen. It's like, do I want to fuck the Dolphins out of the division and let the Bills win, or do I fuck the Bills and be like, yo, fuck you, like we're just gonna embarrass you and sweep you, now you can't win a division?
I think he's gonna want to fuck the Bills. I think he's gonna want to.
From what history says, so here's how I understand the order of operations in the AFC East. It's the Patriots beats the Dolphins beats the Jets beats the Bills beat the Patriots. So by that order, the Bills should win, you would think.
But they've lost to New England with Mac Jones this year, so.
But that hasn't exactly been the order of operations this year.
Yeah, again, it was to Mac Jones.
And someone said, but they have to pay them back for losing to Mac Jones. Mac Jones ain't even fucking playing. You got to deal with Zappy.
Yeah, it's valid. The Zap attack. And then they played the Jets in the fucking last week, and you know, Bill, how Bill does the Jets every time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and Zappy's got the receiving core looking a lot better right now at the back end of the season. Too late, but.
Hey, side note, do y'all think Matt Canada was really the problem?
Yes. Yes, I do. I don't think he was the problem, but I think he was definitely a problem.
You think he was a majority problem?
I don't know.
Like the majority of the issue was like his fault?
I don't know about the majority. Definitely not from what I've seen. I have another good question. And it more pertains to Denver. What the absolute fuck happened on that sideline for this goddamn game? What actually fucking happened to Denver? Because we were talking about a Cinderella team. Dolphins fixed them. They got 70 fucking points put on them, and then they fucking sent out a fucking angry horse in the NFL to kick a bunch of shit and bring it the fuck down. And they end up losing 3 points to a fucking team that couldn't buy a win last week. And it hasn't been able to buy a win all season. So now the question becomes, what the fuck is the problem in Denver? Is it a fucking... I can't say it's a coaching thing. I don't even think it's Russell Wilson.
What it is. Yes, Nathaniel Hackett was a big issue last year, but Russ is still trash. Like...
Yes,
this is like the best you're gonna get with Russ. Is like at or like right below 500. Like at this point in his career, he sucks. His time is over.
Except not contractually.
I mean, no, he's still getting paid, but you get what I'm saying. Like his time to be good is like in the past.
There's that, and I kind of agree with that. Although statistically speaking, Russell is not doing too bad. However, it's not been lighting the world on fire. But how does the defense drives me nuts? when we talk about Denver's defense, it drives me nuts because that is a good unit. Statistically, that is a good unit. On paper, that is a good unit. All they lost was Bradley Chubb and Vic Fangio, which that's that monumental loss, Vic. But Patrick Surtain's kid all of a sudden can't cover fucking people. It's not this. It's not that. A lot of people want to say that. It's not that. I think it's Patrick Surtain hasn't fucking watched enough Naruto to learn the Shadow Clone Jutsu so that he can fucking cover the entirety of the field. Is Patrick Surtain the only fucking guy in Denver's secondary? Can the other guys...
Only one that's worth the shit.
It's like the other guys are there to just be fucking living dummies. Like practice dummies.
Like just in the way.
Just be a minor inconvenience in the route, but don't actually do anything. And I don't understand that. And that drives me fucking nuts because the Pats... Zappy Hour shouldn't have been running that fucking wild on the Pats secondary. I thought that was a decent unit. I don't understand.
Broncos
PJ,
are fucking trash.
Go ahead, Cruz. What do you think about this? Other
Like
than
me?
the Broncos are trash.
Oh, I just think maybe I also think Sean Payton needs to focus a little more on his team than worrying about everybody else's business. Seems to be getting to him a little bit this year.
Nicer than what I would say.
I think he hasn't fully taken off the microphone. You know, I think he's still used to being in the booth and doing commentary and working for Fox and all that shit.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I think it's time Peyton retired.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I honestly really think it's just Russ. I think if they get a different quarterback and they upgrade their quarterback position, they're gonna be okay. I think Russ is just like it's just that point in his career. Just where are you gonna move that contract?
I don't honestly think that Peyton is a bad coach. I think what Peyton is doing is proving that Russ is over the hill.
Yes. Yes. Like definitely past his prime for sure, and father time is like calling at the door.
So, BJ, what do you got for the Denver Broncos?
They both suck. Both teams are ass. I was promised that the fucking Broncos were riding, but the only thing they're riding to is their grave.
Riding a lot of dick all the way down the grave.
I was told by a certain fraud that they were going to take the division.
Yeah, that I really wish he was here to defend this. Now he's a Flacco stand. He's totally disowned the Broncos. He was supposed to make that announcement here, but oh well. What do you call it? Let me get to the next game here. Saints 22 at Rams 30. So this was an exciting game for Thursday.
Yo. Hey, Monkey, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to log off from my laptop. I'm going to hop on from my phone.
Hell yeah. All right, so
Say the
Saints
score
22,
one more time.
Rams 30. Saints 22 at Rams 30. I know you love hearing that.
Say it again one more time.
Saints 22. Saints 22. Hold on. Saints 22. Rams 30.
Okay.
This is evidence that he's a Falcons fan. Just saying. So like, okay. Other than Puka Nakua's fucking awesome. 33 points, 9 receptions, 164 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 carries for 16 yards. And I also have a very funny story about this game. My pops called me right before the games had started with a lineup problem. And he was asking me for help. And he was like, do I start? Because they were both projected about the same amount of points. Do I start Matt Stafford? Do I start Jake Browning? And I told this poor man, Jake Browning. So I haven't been disowned. I don't know how I didn't get a lump of coal for Christmas, but I totally fucked him over.
Jake Browning still had massive yardage. Like, was his fantasy score really that bad?
Dude, we'll get to that, but no, it was definitely the wrong call. So yeah, fucking. Having said that, Rams look on fire. I was expecting the Saints to be a defense. I didn't think they were gonna win this game. I didn't have the Saints winning this game, but I didn't think it was gonna be like, oh, okay, so we're gonna let Puka Nacua just do whatever the fuck he wants for 60 minutes, and we're not gonna attempt to stop him, like, at all whatsoever. I don't understand where they went wrong. Like, I don't know if the Saints have just not been watching the rest of football. Like, no one has a fantasy fucking team or nothing. But, like, Cooper Kupp isn't the only receiver. They absolutely just completely disregarded Puka Nacua. And I don't understand how you do that. And it's not that he was because I watched a little bit of this. It's not that he was beating his assignment. There wasn't an assignment to beat. Puka was allowed to just be open the whole fucking time. Monumental failure on a defensive scheming level. Sorry, but that's sad.
Both teams suck next game.
Yeah.
Rams might sneak in just because they're gonna sneak in.
Rams are gonna sneak in. Commies 28 and Jets 30.
Holy shit! Oh. Wait, hold on. Say that score one more time.
Jets 28 Commanders 28 and Jets 30.
Oh! Jets almost fucking lost this one. Where was this Brees Hall all year? Where's Cruz? Is he not in here? Where the fuck was this guy all fucking year?
Cruz, we're on the Jet game. Just to let you know, we are on the Jet game now. So go ahead. He's cutting in and out. He's asking where has Brees Hall been all year, Cruz.
Bro, have you seen this offensive line? The Commanders are also literally ranked dead last in the league as far as defense goes. So, like, that's not really surprising to me. Like, Brees Hall is in all my lines. He's been getting points. He just ain't been really, like, scoring touchdowns like that. Like, he's averaging, like, double digits, though.
If you guys do not bolster this whole line in the offseason, you need to go down to Jets headquarters and kill everybody.
Yeah, Woody should be there. Yeah. If they don't adjust this offensive line, like everybody needs to go, and like by everybody, I do mean Woody Johnson too, and Broadway Joe. You know.
Here's the thing. A little bit of news that I do want to say. I think you already know it, Kuz. The Jets do plan on bringing back everybody in leadership for next year.
Oh, I know that. I've known that since the moment A-Rod went down. Like, it was a wrap. Everybody's coming back next year. And you know what? That's cool. Because we did plan this entire season around this man, and fucking we had no backup plan. like, no backup plan. And then, like, there was like rumors he was going to return soon. And I was like, this guy either didn't tear his shit at all, or he's the world's biggest, like, dummy. Like just watching all our quarterbacks get fucking absolutely demolished week after week on the sidelines.
You're welcome, by the way. We saved you from that reality.
What?
By beating you. Because that was, from what I understand, that was the deciding factor of whether he was going to come back or not. So you're welcome for not testing that.
Yeah, we would have still been in the hunt. But whatever. I mean, we play Thursday.
The Jets schedule. Hold on a sec here. Let me look that up real quick. I'm pretty sure you guys got.
We play the Browns on
Jets
Thursday.
schedule really doesn't even matter anymore because they've been eliminated.
We play the Pats in week 18.
Yeah, Browns and Pats, and I don't think y'all beat. Well, y'all could beat the Browns.
We could.
If the defense decides they want to play, but that's Joe Flacco, the elite,
But
on the other side.
also, like, Washington traded like both of its best edge rushers, and like they don't really have a defensive line, so that's why our O line looked really decent. Like that was expected. Their defense sucks. How Ron Rivera still has a job? I don't know. Great guy, but like it's not working out. Like we've seen this before. But we're gonna play the Browns this week, and then our offensive line is gonna be dog shit.
It is. First off, the Dolphin game, that offensive line was on its ass.
Couldn't even
for
Becton couldn't even get in the way. He could let alone block. He couldn't even get in the way. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't even like act as a roadblock.
It was no bueno. I do want to read the box score of this game because the score.
Oh, just real quick, just so you know, it was like 27-14, and like I fell asleep. I kind of like dozed off for a little nap, and I woke up, and we were like attempting like the go-ahead field goal. I was like, what the fuck happened?
So let me hope. So at the end of the fourth quarter, the score was 17-0 Jets. At the end of the second quarter, it was 27-7. Then at the end of the third quarter, it was 27-13 or to 14. And then the Commanders score 14 points to make it a game out of fucking nowhere. And the Jets win with only scoring 3 points, the go-ahead field goal that Kuz is talking about in the fourth quarter. So the Jets almost fucking completely blew this.
Yeah. Just know, if Jacoby Brissett starts that game, we probably lose that game.
Which, do we just ride Jacoby the rest of the way? I mean, what the fuck do they got to lose?
Man, Jacoby should have been playing if they wanted a chance, bro.
I don't like the way Howell's looked. I don't like the way anything has looked for Washington because the defense is just terrible.
Who said
the
Sam
riverboat
Howell
is sinking?
Was good? Was that Brendan? Was that Brendan who said Sam Howell was like a good quarterback?
Yeah, and he's not. Well, although
he had good games, that's about it.
He's had flashes, and he's on a team that is very fucking bad. So I do give a little bit of benefit of the doubt.
But Brissett fucking marched down the field with the same team.
Yeah, but Brissett's a wild card. They weren't planning for Brissett. There's so many things wrong with the Commanders that it's hard. It's hard for me to even fucking fit in. It's hard for me to fit in a 5-minute conversation. But the main thing with the Commanders that we all gotta understand is, hey, change your name back to the Redskins, since that's the problem. Clearly, that's the fucking problem. You guys started to really suck right after that name change, dude. And it's not getting any fucking better. What was the point of drafting Chase Young?
Ooh.
To trade him away for nothing. I don't understand it.
Yo, how did they fetch more for fucking Sweat than they did for Chase Young?
I don't
Chase Young goes to who? None other than the 49ers. Like, what? The rich get richer.
Hey, I got to jump out from here. Let me know when you're doing picks. I'll send you mine.
All right. So,
there you go.
This was a great game. Nobody cared, though. Lions 30 at Vikings 24. Lions clinched the division with this one.
Yo. And all their starters are playing this week, too, because guess what? They're fighting for a top seed.
Yep. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 28.6 points, 12 receptions, 106 yards, and 1 touchdown. And the fucking Lions in the playoffs is a beautiful sight to see. So excited to see that. Talk about a team that isn't there very often. That's one of those. That's like the season that we're having, where a lot of these teams that we aren't supposed to be here are fucking here. The Lions are definitely one of those teams. I think they're actually gonna make a run. I think they're a dark horse.
Motor City, Dan.
I think they're a dark horse. We might upset some people. Like this could be the Cowboys' nightmare. this could be the Eagles' nightmare.
He said it when he came in. They was biting kneecaps and all that good stuff. He's doing exactly just that.
I fucking love that coach, dude. I love Dan Campbell so goddamn much. This game had a lot of everything because the Vikings did make it a game. Really sucks that Hawk goes down, but watching what the Lions can do on offense is exciting. The one thing that I have an issue with them is that defense. And like we've said, the defense wins championships, and that might be the one thing that fucks the Lions in a playoff run. Because they can score all day, but they can't keep points off the board. And if you can't keep points off the board, you ain't going to fucking win in this goddamn league.
Yeah, like last year they gave up almost as many points. Actually, I think they gave up like 4 less points than they scored. Maybe 4 more than they scored. It was pretty damn close.
Yeah. I think they had like a +6 differential between the points that they scored and the points that they gave last year. And this year it's looking almost about the same. They've had a couple of good defensive games, but it's not consistent. And that's sketchy. That's scary. That's the one thing that scares me with the Lions. Because the Eagles are going to be able to score all over that. Cowboys can score all over that. The Niners can score all over that. So that has me a little worried. Other than that, though, they look like a fucking powerhouse on offense. They got 2 running backs that can fucking both have 100-yard games for no reason. Amon-Ra is a fucking monster. He is. And it's nice to have like this late season ROI just in time for fucking playoffs on fantasy for fucking Gibbs.
Dude, and that's why I'm so conflicted, because they play the Cowboys this week, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I've been actually like battling this in my head for a little bit, because it's like I believe that the Cowboys will lose this game more so than the Lions win, but I think the Lions are going to win this game. It's just like I feel like the Cowboys are frauds, and like I said, that late season collapse is in full effect. They just lost. They got mopped by the Bills. They lost a heartbreaker in Miami. Like they're they're flailing right now.
On top of that, dude, that I just have this insane feeling that and when it comes to particularly the Cowboys, the Lions are gonna play them hard as fuck, because they already got that. James Cook exposed that defense's issue, and they've got 2 James Cooks in Detroit. So I'm expecting games. I'm expecting games from both those running backs for the Dallas game. I think that they've hit it a couple of times actually on media too. That they did something with Micah Parsons and it's not working. Micah was an inside linebacker that could stop a run, but he was also like a crazy good pass rusher right there. They moved him to the outside to I guess bolster the effect of his pass rushing. It's completely fucked him on run defense. He's out of position every time. So that's I think that's going to be a key problem if they don't fix that. Because the The Lions can run.
Yeah. I'm keeping a buck with you. I think Jahmyr Gibbs is way better than James Cook. So if James Cook was giving him a problem, man, they better buckle up.
Packers 33 at Panthers 30. This is another good game that nobody cared about. DJ Chark was the player of the game, 27.8 points, 6 receptions, 98 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Congratulations, Packers. You didn't get beat by 2 and whatever Panthers. I don't really have anything for that game. Seahawks 20 at Titans 17. Gino puts on his own comeback performance, rallies Hawks over Titans. But Derrick Henry was the player of the game, 28.38 points. He was 1 for 1 for 12 yards and a touchdown. So quarterback stats.
You got the young Peyton Manning in him.
And 19 carries for 88 yards, a touchdown, and a reception for 11 yards. So he was like a quarterback, a running back, and a wide receiver. Probably why he's the fantasy player of the game. The Seahawks, I think, are still alive, right? For the playoffs?
Yeah. Hold on, I think they might even be in line for that division.
So this was a great win for them. And they needed it. They needed it bad. It's a fucking terrible loss for Titans.
Yeah, them and the Rams are like battling it out right now. For, I think, the wild card spot.
That was a monumentally bad loss.
As of right now, they're in the 7th seed. Right, it's the top 7 that make it. It's the top 6.
Oof. Yeah, terrible loss. And I don't think it gets better for the Titans either.
Oh no, they're toast. Ryan Tannehill's back.
And Levis is hurt. They've got...
He's like hurt, right?
They got one more with the Texans, and they got another with the Jaguars. And the Jaguars have been playing like shit.
Yeah, they still got Malik Willis, no?
They do. But they'll probably go with Tannehill.
Which is crazy.
They'll probably stay with Tannehill.
I mean, what you got to lose at this point in the season? You're not in anything, so you might as well give the kid a shot.
Oh, you talking about... Yeah, never mind. You were talking about the Texans.
No, I'm talking about the Titans.
Oh, no, you are talking about the Titans. Yeah, Malik is on the Titans. But they do still have a shot. They could win the next 2 games.
Yeah, but what's
the Texans are beating the shit out of...
Is Stroud back,
and
too?
I don't think Stroud's back.
Man, that's tough. You got long neck Davis Mills.
And they end the season with a home game versus the Jaguars, and they've been playing like shit. So, but they're 4th in the South. That's tough. That's super tough. What's their record? I'm looking up, trying to see their record. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's super tough. 5-10. 4th in AFC South. FFF. FDFDFFF. Yeah, they're probably toast, even if they do take those 2 games. On the other side, both of these teams are done, and it's not really that. Oh my God! Hey, dude.
Yo.
So, yeah, what was going on about that?
What happened to this program? Where is everybody?
The frauds frauded.
No, PJ didn't even show up.
PJ showed up, and now his phone frauded out. Brendan didn't even show up.
Oh man, but he had a big week, with the Patriots winning and everything, and derailing the tank.
Oh, that's why he's sick.
Yeah, that's exactly why he's sick. And they're
All
going
right,
to derail
so,
that tank
I know I'm
further.
like super late. Where are we at in the program?
Seahawks, Titans, but we're moving on because Titans are dead.
Gotcha.
Colts 10, Falcons 29. The game where we saw Bijan and Pitts do some shit that we should have been seeing this whole season. Fantasy player of the game was 19.2 points. Bijan Robinson, 12 carries, 72 yards, 7 receptions, and 50 yards. So, not much to take away from this game. I think both these teams are pretty fucked right now. Nice win for Falcons. The Colts are still in the playoff hunt for some reason, right?
Yeah, but I mean, let's be real. Probably.
Yeah, they are. I don't have no idea how.
Let's look at this playoff picture.
You know what? You know how? Minshew fucking mania, baby.
I mean, they're definitely doing better than they expected. But
Uncle Rico.
Well, 6, 7. I mean, okay, so Colts, Texans, Steelers, Bengals will have the same record. Let's take a little wild card look here. Colts schedule. They play the Raiders, which they're doing pretty hot. So I mean, that's a big jump for them if they win out. And then they play the Texans, and they ooh. Wow, there's a lot of playoff implications in those last 2 weeks.
So anyway, so my only hope is that the Falcons get a quarterback next year.
My only hope is that the Falcons end up with a better schedule or equal schedule, I guess at this point, than the Chiefs.
That won't happen, but we can pray.
Can you imagine that both the Chiefs and the Falcons finish 9-8?
That would be a wonderful, fucking beautiful thing. And PJ would deserve that. PJ would deserve the fuck out of that. Bailed on your fucking
team. The Falcons could beat the Bears. The Falcons could beat the Bears and the Saints.
Say that again, Kuz.
I see. He would officially be the mush at that point.
Yeah, he would.
You're to the bathroom.
I'm sorry, but I really want that as a reality because he deserves it. Fucking, if anybody deserves that, he bailed on his team for a generational talent. Like, he was mad they got Bijan. Who's mad at Bijan?
Which is crazy to me.
It's because he wanted a quarterback.
Hey, I mean, the Atlanta Falcons throwing Kirk Cousins, and then you got a team right there.
Yeah. And that, first off, that's actually a possibility going into next year.
You know? So the Chiefs could have a down year after this, and then the Falcons could have an up year. Their division's weak. It'd be hilarious.
Jags 12 at Bucks 30. R.I.P. Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah. It's Baker time, baby.
Mike Evans 27.6 points, 7 receptions, 86 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Baker Mayfield has been playing like he's a man on a mission.
He heard PJ talking shit.
Tampa's probably keeping him, by the way.
Oh yeah, if I were Tampa,
I think it's good for both sides, honestly.
Yeah, I think he's the right man for the job in Tampa, and Mike Evans loves that guy.
Hey, Monkey, did you share the notes this week?
Oh, Mike Evans is clearing it in free agency, my boy.
I got you. Give me a second.
Appreciate it.
Say again, Mike Evans is what?
Mike Evans is clearing it in free agency.
Maybe, probably because he's gonna want a ring.
Yeah, well, another one, yeah.
Yeah. Fuck, where would he go? That's an interesting conversation coming.
Saying.
Cardinals 16,
Chiefs,
Bears.
the Chiefs need wide receivers.
Yeah, the Chiefs do need wide receivers.
Mike Evans could be in New York next year.
No, but he wants to compete. Well, I guess the NFC's weak.
Who doesn't want to play with the ayahuasca king? Like,
wow.
Damn,
that would suck for us if that happens.
Dude, Mike Evans on the fucking Chiefs, though, that's another one. Chiefs need a wide receiver one.
Yeah, I mean,
we'll get to that.
People with hands.
We'll get to that, which it hasn't been lost on me that PJ decided to fraud out of the control before that game.
Yeah, I'm glad I came back for that one.
Cardinals 16, Bears 27. Nobody cares. Justin Fields 24.5 points, 15 for 27, 170 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and 9 carries for 97 yards and a touchdown. He almost had a fucking 100-yard game on the ground.
I mean, if we want to say some things here, is that the Bears are surprisingly not in a super tank position anymore. I mean, granted, they didn't have to, but
you know what's kind of crazy? So last week when the Panthers were about to win, I'm watching both games because I'm at the bar, right? And I see the Panthers win, and the Bears were up at this point. I'm like, yo, I bet you the Bears start losing now. And that's when fucking Joe Flacco, Mr. Elite over there, just fucking made a huge comeback. Bears lose. Like, hey, how ironic they win this week.
Had to be. Hold on. Like, anyway, so Giants 25 and Eagles 33. Now we're gonna get to some fun games. Giants 25, Eagles 33. Giants blew a golden opportunity for a wild fucking comeback. And they benched Tommy DeVito like at halftime to do that, which wild to see.
Hey.
Jalen Hurts was the player of the game, 23 per 44 points, 24 for 38, 300 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and 8 carries for 34 yards and 1 touchdown. So he had a decent game. He had a pretty good game, actually. For one thing, why can't we get A.J. Brown in the goddamn end zone? For another thing, I have to say this because it bothers the piss out of me. Darren fucking Waller literally killed like 15 seconds of their 25-second allotted time for a comeback by just laying down on the field after the game-winning drive. We have no timeouts. You catch a ball in the middle of the fucking field and just take a goddamn nap. What the fuck?
It was like one of those, like, he rolled in like, oh, I caught the ball, coach? Like, what do I do next?
Did this really happen? You used me? Holy shit.
Like, whoa, what was that? Where am I? Is this real life?
That fucking... God, it drives me nuts. I hate seeing shit like that.
Ain't gonna use them again, I'll tell you that much.
No. Definitely not with fucking in that situation. Oh my god. That's aggravating because I really thought they were about. I was like, oh my god, am I about to see 2 insane upsets in like back-to-back fashion? Like, what the fuck? But no, it wasn't meant to be. Are the Eagles in trouble?
So that's actually something I wanted to bring up. After this week, I've come to the conclusion that the NFC is wide open. Completely wide open. And then on top of that, I think the AFC, someone from the AFC is winning this goddamn Super Bowl. The NFC is a giant question mark. The Cowboys, frauds. Eagles, shaky. Niners, not looking their best. Lions, well, we've seen them stumble, so they're good. I'm not saying they're not good, but they all have
Lions are a wild card.
You don't know
what's going to happen.
My God. The NFC is wild. And then, and you don't ever know what Baker's going to go off in a wild card game. Like, you just, NFC is open. AFC, not so
agree with
much.
that. Nah, AFC's a little open too. Although Baltimore is definitely the clear favorite.
Dude, the Raiders are
Yeah,
still in the
but
hunt.
But I wouldn't say so. Like in the NFC, there's like 7 teams. You know, like any one of those wild card teams can make noise, or playoff teams. In the AFC, you're really looking at the Ravens now, the Dolphins. You know, now that they may have broken their December curse, we'll have to yet see what happens this next week to really determine if they're even in that like shape. But it's really the Ravens. The
Dolphins,
Bills, unfortunately.
Chiefs, Bills.
The Chiefs are not. No, the Chiefs are not even in the Super Bowl radar at this point. They're a division exit at best.
Browns.
We don't know about Flacco, but again, I don't see those. You know, like they can win it. Like I don't know. If the Browns and the Chiefs are in the NFC, I say yeah, they can make it to the Super Bowl. But in the AFC, it is top heavy. I really only would give Ravens, Dolphins, and Bills like the chance to make it.
Nah, I'd fit Browns in there. Their defense is really good.
I'd put them behind the Bills, maybe 4.
Yeah, that's fair. Although I can't say that about that after what I saw with the Charger game. Yeah.
Oh, I know, and I'm so pissed about the Charger game too because. Again, they had 30 seconds to at least try to make a field goal, and the coach just said, we good. Let's go, boys. Let's go to the locker room. And I was there like, okay, don't try to get 3 points. Then at the end of the game, they sure could have used those 3 points. That's interim head coaching for you.
It's all right. The Patriots have a shot to ruin that.
I know. That would be fucking hilarious. Bill Belichick's fired up. I know we're getting derailed here from our Eagles-Giants conversation.
But if the Bills beat the Pats, that's big implications for Week 18.
Oh, yeah. That's the game to watch.
Like, if Dolphins lose this week and the Bills win.
I swear, if we don't get a home game, I'm going to be so pissed.
If that reality comes to pass, which it's a great possibility that it does.
I will throw up the Bills win the division.
If the reality comes to pass that Week 18 is like them kind of implications, that's going to be the game of the fucking year. I promise you that.
I hate it because we could have just beaten the Titans and avoided all this. Just beating the fucking Titans and none of this would have been. We would have won the division already.
I know, but that's why you can't lose heartbreakers, because now you're in this fucking situation.
Now we gotta beat the Ravens, which I think we can. I think
we can. We can, but it ain't gonna be fucking easy. I'll tell you that much.
It ain't looking easy. It ain't looking easy.
So let's talk about that.
Oh, the Ravens.
Ravens 33 at 49ers 19, and we all sat here and thought, I even vocalized it and said this was going to be the game of the year, and it was not. Well, it was maybe for the Ravens.
I loved it.
It was for the Ravens. Boy, definitely, dude. 4 interceptions from Brock Purdy and another one from fucking God, who did they put in? Darnold, yeah, it was Sam Darnold. 5 ints total. 5 fucking picks against the 49ers.
I'll tell you what, Mikey. Yeah, go on.
Fantasy player of the game was Lamar Jackson, 22.58, 23 for 35. 252 yards, 2 touchdowns, 7 carries for 45 yards, and that is a okay day for Lamar Jackson, just saying. That's not a insanely good day. So if those numbers are like scaring you, they get worse. They just get worse. That 45 should be like 98, another touchdown, 300. Like L-Jax could do all that. So, whew, what a statement.
I'm so glad that they did this week. And I know we were rooting. I know some Dolphins fans are saying I hope the Ravens lose, but you do not want to play an amazing team like that off a loss. We would have gotten fucking, and I'm not saying we won't get murked, but 100% we would have gotten murked had they lost that game. So I am glad that they blew their load on the 49ers and just fucking wailed them, because there might be some regression to like the mean in our game, hopefully. But yeah, that's gonna be a tough one. That game was wild. Not every pick was Purdy's fault. We saw a lot of deflections. I think 2 of the 4 were deflections. But whatever,
but those
whatever makes it
deflections
happen.
caused by good defense.
Yeah. So like, hopefully they got their interceptions in their stat sheets out of the way, and Tua it won't throw any, or maybe at best just 1. But let me tell you, whew, that was something else. That's just it didn't affect the standings for us, right? We have to beat them anyway. So let's see what happens, man. It's scary.
What it did was showed us what they can do to a team like ours, because that team is like ours. They are a fast hitting offense. They've got an incredible receiver in Debo. They got an incredible running back in C-Mac. They got the best running back in the game in C-Mac.
But they got Brock Purdy.
And he was in the MVP conversation going.
And I get it. I get he was in the MVP conversation, and I'm kind of glad he nuked. Not to hate on him, but I'm glad he fucking nuked it in these four interceptions, because, like, let me tell you, it's kind of the same story. When people say
the fact that Purdy was even in the conversation is fucking bullshit.
He's crazy, bro. He's and I mean, I guess you could make the same argument on Tua, but I don't know. Like, it's funny how the media treats one guy one way and Tua the other way. When I personally think Tua is better than Purdy, and you're saying that both of them had all these weapons, so you can't count Tua as an MVP because he got all those weapons, but you can somehow count Purdy even though he got also a bunch of weapons. So it's like, fuck off with that,
Purdy got the weapons and the O-line, though.
And and their O-line is better than ours.
But yeah,
though they did lose like their whole O-line in the game. Like, did you see that?
Yeah,
that was crazy.
Side, essentially.
They had to take Purdy out because I don't know if he actually got hurt or he was gonna get hurt. But
no, they took him out.
No, they took him to the blue tent and everything, and then Darnold came in and fucking sliced and diced the defense for a TD, and then the coach was like, "Yeah, you're not coming back in this game."
Well, on top of that, I think it was a matter of protection on Purdy, because I remember
the O-line got decimated, man.
Yeah.
Fucking scary.
All I'm saying is, make a move like that to protect your MVP race quarterback is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, they get you think their game's
he was
probably
really
lost.
MVP caliber. He's getting back in that game.
Well, with that O-line being dead, you want to live to see another day. You don't, especially when you got the trauma from the NFC Championship last year, where like your whole team exploded. It seemed like the right choice. The game didn't seem in reach.
No. And I will that, like I said, the playing the Ravens ain't gonna be an easy task, dude. Because what I was noticing with the Niners is they weren't fast enough. They were not getting in that backfield fast enough. They weren't containing fast enough. Like, L-Jax was able to get... Dude, he was scoring with Nelson Aguilar.
What? Well, you remember...
I didn't even know that guy knew how to play football.
When we played him last time, McDaniel was like, well, I told Lamar to stop, but, he didn't listen, so he's not a good listener. And it's like, we don't really have a plan. There's no really a way to stop Lamar Jackson. You got to just, like we did last time, we just have to outsling him. the
Well,
only way.
I feel like that's going to be, like I said, that's
And
gonna
their
be
defense is
probably the
good.
case with us.
Our defense is good. So we could definitely
What I
limit each
what I
other.
think the difference of our defense and the Niners defense really is speed. Chubb is fast.
As far as whose defense and what?
I think the Dolphins defense is faster than the Niners defense. I don't
Faster,
think
yes,
it's,
but the Niners are more fucking like.
I think the Niners are a
skilled,
better
like
defensive unit.
technical defense.
Right. And I
think
mean,
the Niners are a better
do the Niners
defensive
depend
unit.
heavily? I think on the pass rusher, do they? How's their
But
pass
when you're talking about Lamar Jackson, you need speed, and the
You
Dolphins
can't
have
sack
that
Lamar.
in spades.
It's just not going to
Speed and contain.
contain. Yeah, exactly.
Contain. You gotta contain Lamar Jackson. You don't necessarily gotta stop him, but you gotta contain.
You gotta
him.
keep
You gotta
him
give
in.
them single choices.
You gotta keep him in the backfield.
You gotta keep
can't
that
let him
pressure
get out of
on.
the
Or
backfield.
if you can stop Lamar from running, like it's covered. You're not gonna get a quick sack out of it. If anything, a covered sack maybe. But again, he's like a human joystick, so good luck with that.
But that's why I like having Gink and Chubb on the outside, because Gink and Chubb are quick motherfuckers.
Right, so they can at least slow him down, keep him in a certain area, while our guys. Is Holland gonna be back for this?
Yes.
Thank God.
Also,
it'll make things interesting for sure.
I think Van Ginkel's like biggest flaw is that
Van Ginkel's a beast.
He's small, and he's like, it's not even like his fault. It's just like he's just so good. You got to put him out there. But like you can see on certain plays where he's just not big enough to bring the the ball carrier down. You know what I mean?
I'm just glad
it's not like
he's
every
like
play
a
thing, but there's
freak.
certain players he can't bring down by himself. Like he can blow the play up, but like it's just not enough.
Oh, perfect.
I'm just glad if we had anyone to replace Phillips when he went down, it was Van Ginkel. Because let me tell you, that guy's a dog.
I will give the Dolphins that. Van Ginkel, like that dude has like a wild motor.
I love him.
Like he is just like relentless with it. He's just small, and he's just so good by getting through. You just you can't not play him. You just need to give him help.
So this is the game we've all been waiting for, and PJ frauded out right before it. What a punk. Raiders 20 at Chiefs 14. Vegas ensures that Patrick will be playing on the road come January. And while Brendan completely frauded on the show tonight, he was at least able to get us our special guest for the evening. So Patrick Mahomes was the player of the game. 16.7 points, 27 for 44 yards and 235 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and 10 carries for 53 yards. Patrick, how do you feel about that game yesterday? I'm sorry, can you repeat that? You're a frog.
I love balls.
He loves balls. Are you under? Are you under something, Mahomes?
Are you? Did you say you're a fraud or a frog?
Or do you love balls?
I'm a fraud.
Oh, he's a fraud.
He said, I thought he said he was a hoe.
See, we had to hear it from the man himself. Good job.
Can I lick your balls? Can I lick
No.
your?
No. That's for you in the playoffs, my friend. You'll have to.
You can lick
have to
Max
wait.
Crosby's balls. I think he needs them. Like,
I wish I was Joe Flacco.
I hate how stupid this is because it's so funny. I fucking hate this.
Wow, Mahomes, I didn't know you felt like that. What do you think about Joe Flacco?
Rochester country, that's right.
Right? To what? A 3-point loss to a team that's trying to tank, you fucking assholes. Broncos country. Let's ruin the tank. Like, are you fucking kidding?
How do you lose to the tank, Broncos country? But Mahomes, back to you, man. I know you like balls, but so you're really a fraud, huh?
I want to lick your Flacco balls.
I have a serious question for Patrick. It's a real serious question. How does it feel to not be in the 1 seed this year and have to go on the road to lick the mini balls that you're about to lick in the playoffs for the 2 rounds that you're going to exist in them? And as a follow-up question, how is Travis Kelce doing? And is Taylor Swift working on the song yet?
Watch the football player.
I'm going to kill Tony.
That's an accurate response. I'm sure most of America agrees with you.
I hate that PJ is not here for this. This sucks.
Yo, get him back. Tell him to get back on here.
Yo, PJ, you fucking fraud.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Wow, so Joe Flacco's the MVP. So Mahomes, what do you think is going to happen when you play against Joe Flacco in the playoffs?
I'm a fraud. I love balls.
I think Joe Flacco's going to give you his balls.
Nah, dude. He needs them.
His why I'm losing. I wish he was here so I can stab him.
Are we talking about Tommy? That must be Tommy.
I'm going to kill Tony.
What did Tommy do? All right, listen. In all seriousness, the Chiefs are dead. I just want you heard it here first. They're dead. They're dead.
Toast.
What we saw in this game.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, though. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. In the playoffs, I still don't know if I can count Pat out.
No, I'm counting him out. Just because who is he throwing to? Janitors? Nobody. It's not happening, dude. Like
if Rasheed Weiss is your wide receiver one, this is a problem.
Playoff time.
Think about it. The only reason they even beat us is because Tyreek literally had the worst fumble in the history of ever, and it just gave them 6 points.
This is true.
Their offense couldn't score those points.
On top, what I think about the Chiefs, really honestly, it has nothing to do with Mr. Mahomes. It has nothing to do with you, Patrick. I'm not going to disrespect your Kermitness. But Patrick has no one to throw to. He's got Rasheed Weiss. He's good. He's a wide receiver too. He's not a wide receiver
on his best day.
Like when your only option is Rasheed Rice because the other option literally cannot catch a fucking ball.
Well, I mean, everyone just triple covers. Well, yeah, double triples cover Kelce, and they take him out, and then there's nobody left.
Here's a great question: how the fuck does Kadarius Toney look better with Daniel Jones than he does with Patrick Mahomes?
I have something I need to say.
Go ahead, Patrick.
You Mercedes gay. I looked at his balls.
What?
What the fuck?
You Mercedes gay.
Jim Irsay.
Jim Irsay is gay.
I looked at his balls.
But did you fuck his whale? That would be a little weird. Just saying, Pat.
Those are big balls. He might.
Do you think if you licked less balls, you would be able to throw or make Kadarius Toney catch your passes? Like, if you licked less balls, would you be able to help Kadarius catch yours? I know, Pat. It's a tough one. It's
I'm a fraud.
He's a fraud. He can't do it.
Taylor Swift has balls. I lick them.
Now we're gonna get a lawsuit from the Taylor Swift Corp.
That's it. We're fucked.
Slander.
I'm suing this 2-viewer podcast because they had a fraud. A Muppet, by the way, say that I had balls and that he had licked them. And I can't sue anybody else, so I'm going to sue these guys.
She should sue the Kansas City Chiefs for defrauding her. She has to attach her name and likeness to that team now.
All right,
like
Patrick.
PJ. And we probably should tell her that PJ also joined in, and that's kind of the reason things are going to shit.
Yeah, which, by the way, in Kansas City, that's what you have.
Mahomes, if you'd like to blame anybody for all this, by the way, there's a man,
PJ's fault.
PJ out there. He ruined your team.
What you need to do is gather your whole kingdom and show up to his house and just fucking evict him. Take the hat that he bought 3 weeks ago and burn it in front of him and give him all of his Atlanta Falcons gear back, and you might be in the next couple of Super Bowls because you might win Justin Jefferson in the sweepstakes. I'm just saying, like, there's possibilities.
You gotta cleanse the evil.
Yeah, Pat, you gotta get rid of PJ.
I have something I need to say.
Okay, Pat.
Cookson has recruited me to Taliban. If I blow myself up, I get all the balls I want.
What the fuck is going on right
now? Fuck.
What is wrong with this program?
Oh, fuck. This is the wrong. Fuck me.
All right. So, let's talk. Oh, Pat, give me a second here. Let's talk about the Raiders. I really want to talk about how the Raiders came into this game. Okay. They came into this game, from what I understand, this is what I was told through TV and the announcers discussing during the game. They had a pregame speech that was all about hatred and anger. That was it. We fucking hate these people. We can't take this shit anymore from them. I'm tired of losing to the fucking Chiefs. I'm mad, and we're not going to take it anymore. Like, it was kind of like that, from what I understand. And they went in there, and they played with hate like I haven't seen since the 90s, since Lawrence Taylor was playing this game. And they found to do it legally, which is kudos to them, because not a lot of people could do. The Raiders were fucking smashing the Chiefs. Isaiah Pacheco, Mr. I run hard and through people, was getting put in the dirt, his helmet taken off of him, and his head smashed on his own player's legs. Like, they literally picked the Chiefs apart. The Chiefs got out-toughed in a way that I haven't seen a team get out-toughed in a while. What the Dolphins did to the Broncos is different. What the Raiders did to the fucking Chargers is different. What happened here was a team straight up demasculated another team on all sides of the ball.
Straight up split their wig.
I have something I need to say.
It better be fucking prophetic, Pat.
The Raiders came in my mouth.
They basically did, Patrick.
Max Crosby was glazing you, dude. It was bad. When Max Crosby's in the locker room singing Chief Keef, making damn sure not to say the N-word doing it with a fucking giant stove. Like, And it's on you, dude. That's not a good look, dude. Wow. They had, I don't know who it was, but they had a guy that scored a touchdown, went to give the ball to a kid, and then took the fucking ball away from him when the kid went to reach for it. And I was like, oh my God, this team isn't going to get beat.
So I do want to clear that guy's name, because as funny as that was, he did call somebody out on Twitter for saying that. Apparently he was taking it away for some black dude that was trying to grab her or something, according to him. You'll have to check out his post on Twitter.
That's not what I saw.
I mean, I would much prefer that he did take it from a little Chiefs fan, so he learns his lesson. All right, you don't deserve that. We're beating your team down. We're beating the fans down, the children. Fuck them kids.
Right.
Raider Nation, baby.
They gave him the business.
My daddy makes spanked me and put it in my butt. I like balls.
Didn't like Aiden O'Connell have like 60 yards passing or something like that? Maybe like 80 yards.
So yeah, their QB didn't, I think, throw the ball the entire second half or something. They lost to that.
They were on a fucking mission.
they like I said, they out-toughed the Chiefs. And a big part of that is, well, we're going to fucking run it down your throat. Like, stop us, son.
Severe White, too. Not even with Josh Jacobs. Like.
Yeah.
On a mission. This is different.
I'm
Antonio
so
Pierce
beside
has
myself.
That team playing like fucking, like it's nobody's business. Like,
so now here's the big thing. You can't let another man coach this team. Who's
Who's
the owner? I forget.
They did this shit with Bisaccia and they fucking let him walk. They better not do it twice.
Yeah. This really seems like, dude, you got your guy. People are gonna run through walls for this man, just like they do with Dan Campbell. Like
I was just about to say it. He's the Black Dan Campbell.
Yeah.
Like, yo, man's out here. He's like, yo, it's my time to shine.
I don't know what speech he gave before this game, but I swear, I hope to God, pray that it was recorded, because I want to hear it.
Yeah, I know. What now?
No more licking balls. You're not licking my balls. It's weird.
I love balls.
I understand. No, I get it. You didn't like them enough to beat the Raiders, though.
I want to lick your flack of balls.
Well, you just might. You just might. That might be a reality. But okay, going back to the Raiders for a second. Where are they? Where are they in the playoff hunt right now? Because I know they're in the hunt.
The Raiders came in my mouth.
We know.
We saw.
We saw that. We were there. Hold on, let me find this playoff picture.
What's the Raiders' remaining schedule?
That's another good question. Raiders schedule. Oh no. Minshew Mania and Let's Ride Wilson.
Oh man. Wait, so they just, dude.
They're the 11th.
Might make the playoffs.
They're the 11th seed. They're 7-8, second in the AFC West. The first in the AFC. Oh my God.
It's a damn shame. I think the Chiefs.
What?
Oh no.
What?
It's the Chiefs.
What? The last game?
No, it's the Chiefs that are first in the AFC West.
Yeah.
And the Raiders can win out, which would be 9-8. The Chiefs are 9-6.
They would have to be 9-8.
Chiefs lose out.
But the thing is, the Chiefs schedule's
I don't
kind of
see.
easy.
I don't see the Chiefs.
Unless the Raiders,
nah,
unless the Chargers.
that's not gonna happen. It's the Bengals and
The
the
Chargers would have to channel the same "fuck you" energy as the Raiders.
Yeah, there's no. I just, man, even like the Chiefs losing 2 games in a row, it's kind of like, it could happen, but like, kind of like, I don't see it happening. But 3 in a row, like, nah, I definitely don't see that happening. They definitely not losing 3 in a row to fucking end the season.
Well, I mean, if it did though, that would be the.
If it did, that would be fucking crazy.
So let's keep our eyes out for this Bengals Chiefs game because Bengals ain't
Patrick,
pushovers.
are you ready to lick some Browning balls?
Oh, that would make so much sense.
Are you a Jake Browning fan? You love his balls.
No, see, he wants to make the playoffs so he can taste Joe Flacco's balls.
Yeah, no. The Chiefs are going to make the playoffs regardless. But wouldn't it be funny if the Raiders jump them?
The Chiefs have not clinched the playoffs yet.
They haven't?
Yeah, I think they have.
They have.
Broncos country, let's ride.
The Ravens have clinched.
Yeah, he's right. Only the Dolphins and Ravens have clinched on the AFC side.
Really?
Yes, the Chiefs can lose out, and there's a scenario where they miss the playoffs.
That's crazy.
And we would blame PJ for all of it.
I have something I need to say.
What now?
Oh, man.
What do you have left to say?
All right, Kermit.
I have to leave. The intruders are going to look Taylor Swift balls. Fuck you, PJ. You are the reason we suck.
You heard it here first.
That came straight from the fucking leader of the kingdom right there, right, PJ? Don't worry, I'm gonna clip it for you. Now that I've learned how to clip the show, ooh yeah.
I cannot believe you. I can let you guys convince me not to pick the Raiders. I'm so sad about that.
Patrick.
I was so hammered.
Patrick, by the way, just before you go, tell Brendan he's a fucking complete fraud. And
I am a fraud.
Yeah, I know that you're a fraud because you're hanging out with Brendan. So let Brendan know he's a fucking fraud for missing this show. His fucking
I wish I was Joe Flacco.
I know. Everybody wishes they were Joe Flacco. Patrick,
I want to
wish
lick
I
your
was
Flacco
Joe
balls.
Flacco. Yeah, I'm not going to go that far with you, Kermit, on that. That seems very personal.
It's exclusive to you, buddy.
Yeah, that's like a thing. You should tell Travis Kelce to stop fucking with Taylor Swift, though. Maybe look up
just
Rihanna.
Put it on a hold, but at least till after the playoffs or something.
Yeah. Just
Hey, this all could go back to my secret, my conspiracy that Taylor Swift is actually sabotaging the Chiefs.
No, it's PJ.
The intruders are going to look Taylor Swift balls.
They're on the same team, bro. At this point.
I'm 100% thoroughly convinced that PJ has ruined the Raiders.
Why the Raiders?
Or not the Raiders, the Chiefs.
I was about to say that. What the fuck?
It's because he's actually only there for Taylor Swift, not the Chiefs. He's just a Swiftie.
Yeah, but Patrick, let Brendan know. You complete fucking fraud. Super fucking fraud.
Fuck you, PJ.
Other than that, anything anybody want to say on the Raiders or the Chiefs?
No.
I'm on balls.
Nah, I'm super impressed with the Raiders since this whole coaching change. Like Josh McDaniels is a bum. Like I'm not even shocked. Like if he gets another head coaching opportunity, I'll be shocked.
Dude,
that's like saying Matt Patricia would get a head coaching opportunity.
I think Matt Patricia would get another one before Josh McDaniels.
Adam Gase.
We see that happening. Oh my God, either of those two.
Adam Gase would get another one before McDaniels. He's trash. McDaniels is trash. So that's the reviews. I know you weren't here for the first half, Charles. So did you want to say anything on the Dolphins game, the Bills game, Patriots game?
Bills are scary. Patriots, that's an interesting move
Bills are
for the
scary.
tank. Bills, hey,
Yeah,
man.
I'm not worried about the Bills.
Like, what?
And the Dolphins did what they had to do. They took care of business. They won the Fraud Bowl. Hopefully that does good for the morale of the team and maybe any mental hurdles they might have. Definitely the best thing they could have done leading up to the Ravens game. I at least now feel like we can compete in the Ravens game. We'll have to see what happens. Obviously, I hope we win. I still think we're the underdogs there.
We are.
But yeah, this team could definitely do it. They have it in them. They've got to play perfect.
All right, so our top 5 this week is top 5 best surprises of the fantasy season. So, you know how last week we had the worst guy, the worst disappointments. Now we're gonna do the positive spin, and we're gonna talk about the best
Of the
surprises
week or the season?
of the season, of the fantasy season.
Okay.
So, number 5 for me, Baker Mayfield. 4, Rashad White, staying in Tampa for that one. I don't think anybody had any idea that Rashad White was going to be, a top bag in fantasy. 3, Sam Laporta. The ROI for Sam Laporta was insanely fast. 2, people are going to argue about this because Sam Laporta probably should be number 2. Raheem Mostert, who is number 2 in fantasy, only behind Christian McCaffrey.
I don't really think that's a surprise, though, because Mostert was that guy last year, too.
Well, no, he had like X touchdowns. He did not have that many touchdowns.
No,
besides that,
he was that guy in San Fran, too, and he was putting up numbers like that.
Besides that, the reason why he's such a surprise, going into the year, we all had the Dolphins backfield as an even split. And Raheem Mostert was available way late in rounds, sometimes not drafted because of that situation. So for him to go from a fucking 10th, 12th round pick to second in the whole league for fantasy, that's a wild jump to me. Because I don't think anybody had Raheem doing this year. And yeah, the touchdowns are a big part of that. Number 1, Puka Nacua.
Okay.
That's Puka Nacua came out of fucking nowhere. I didn't know his name at all coming into the season. I don't think anybody else did either. No one drafted this fucking kid. He was a waiver wire move to everybody. And he's playing fucking some of the best ball that I've seen.
It's like they got 2 Cooper Kupps on the same team.
It's unfair. It's unfair.
And they're still 8-7.
Unbelievable.
Man, me personally, I would probably take Mostert out. I'm putting CJ Stroud in there because that man single-handedly saved my season in multiple leagues. Until he just gave him a concussion.
CJ Stroud is a fucking good one. I like CJ Stroud. He did come out of nowhere.
He was like, once I found him in the steady, I was like, oh man, bet. I can survive now.
Charles.
So as you know, even though it's a fantasy program, I did not play any fantasy this year. I can only speculate on who did. Devon Achane. Did anyone at the beginning of the season really see him putting up the numbers that he did throughout the year? I didn't even news. I'm going based on the media and who they hyped, right? I'm sure it correlates to fantasy as well. I don't think he was on the radar for many people, for media, so I would definitely add them on here. Like you said, Puka Nacua. Nobody even
Well,
knew.
I mean, the chain really
Like-
had 3 good games, and like that was really it. So you can't really put him on surprises.
True.
His
True.
numbers
That's-
not been that great. Well, I guess Mostert's been
Nah, he
taking most of
literally
the.
had
No,
he literally had like 3 big games, and like everything else has been like barely anything.
It's because he's been hurt.
That too.
That's true. Yeah, he did get hurt.
That too. That and also like Mostert just like dogging it out.
And
so.
yeah, Mostert's been in his bag.
He's a badass, especially when they show his records of touchdowns this year and all his other like that's crazy, man. That's a lot of points. Man, the older the better for him. Yeah, Puka. Again, I didn't even know who the hell that was before the season, and he's been pretty consistent. I think he's fairly in the news cycle every
Super
week.
consistent.
Is there anybody else on the Lions also? I imagine that because that off like even Goff, like I'm sure he put up better numbers than people really thought.
Jameer Gibbs.
Yeah.
She was finally
Gibbs.
taking off, finally letting them do like Jameer Gibbs thing.
Yeah.
And that was a late ROI. We were all sitting here for half the season.
You didn't really see shit from him until like week 8 or 9. But like now that
We were
they're
sitting
like,
here
oh
for
wow,
half-
he could do some things, like let's fucking get him the ball.
Alright, so that top 5 is pretty relatively easy because we don't have the talkers. Start, sit, sleep. This is important for we're in championship week for fantasy. This is it. This is the last week of start, sit, sleep. So I'm gonna give you guys the best that I can for picks.
Yeah, just know that I can't actually look at my phone right now though, so you're gonna have to tell me.
Dak Prescott versus the Lions is who I'm starting. He's coming off back-to-back losses and has to go into these next 2 weeks playing like an absolute fucking madman. He's going up against a huge fucking matchup with the Lions. Not an easy game. But, unlike the Bills and the Dolphins before, the Lions have had struggles defending the pass all year. They allow the 4th most fantasy points to QBs this season. They let Nick Mullins throw for 411 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Which is crazy.
So, pretty solid start. Dak Prescott's probably going over 20.
I like that start even if the Cowboys lose, because like the Lions give up a fuck ton of points.
Sitting Devon Achane versus the Ravens. So going back to the Achane thing. Mostert game. It's not saying much because the Ravens give up, by the way, the 5th fewest points to the running back this season. But for Charles,
to like only 1 touchdown, really.
For Charles, Devon hasn't gone over 70 yards in his last 3 games. Raheem's success running the ball, it seems like he's the better play, and they're probably shelving Achane for the most part until the playoffs. They want to have him as fresh legs. Sleeper pick for this week, Ty Chandler versus the Packers. They're going up against Green Bay. It's an incredibly weak defense against the running back position. Ty Chandler's set up for a great opportunity for a bounce back game after a tough week last week. Easy fucking start here. Packers don't know shit for defense on running the ball.
Who's the Packers playing?
Ty Chandler, the Vikings.
Vikings. Okay. Ugh. Is it in Minnesota or is it in Green Bay?
It is in Minnesota.
Minnesota.
All right, so the other 2 guys don't have fantasy shit right now, so we're gonna go home. You're drunk. The drunk takes. Hold on a minute before we do that. Whoa.
Well, I'd like to ask a fantasy question. You picked up Joe Flacco during injury. Do you start him against the Jets?
Yes.
So you know how that's gone either way.
Man.
Tua had a good game against the Jets defense, obviously, but
I would
Patrick
say
Rod
that's,
Mahomes and Allen and
I would put it
Hurts.
this way. It's an at your own risk move. We've seen what the Jets defense has made the Mahomes and the Hurts look like, and on the Josh Allen's. But Josh Allen balled out the second game. I think that will depend on if the Jets can sustain drives. Even if they don't win, if the Jets can sustain drives, I don't think Joe Flacco is gonna have a big day. But like if our defense doesn't come off the field, like eventually Joe Flacco is gonna start snapping on his defense.
Could you imagine if Joe Flacco goes off against the Jets after all these other quarterbacks, minus like Tua and Dak?
It's set up for him, bro. The script is written.
The script is so ready. Oh, and that's a revenge game for him too, right? Because he got let go from the Jets.
So before...
Well, I mean, he was a free agent.
We do go home, you're drunk. I wanted to pour some eggnog. This eggnog has brandy, bourbon, and rum in it. Yeah, hold on. There we go.
Yeah.
All right. So I've got to go. I have got a really spicy go home, you're drunk. And I'm going to present it like this. Define what I'm about to say. A game played against an opponent generally deemed to be easy to defeat. As a result, a person or team may not prepare as thoroughly as they would for a formidable opponent. Often this attitude and its attendant lack of preparation leads to a loss. Trap game. You got it right, Kuz. Pats are going to absolutely blindside the fuck out of the Bills. It's so written.
Bill Belichick.
It's so... Bill Belichick is on his way out. He wants to remind Rob Kraft, this is what you're saying no to. And he is going to fucking run right through the rest of the AFC East's opponents that he's got left.
He's gonna be like, oh, y'all wanted a quarterback? Oh, all right. Like, he's probably gonna draft some fucking offensive lineman that should have been picked. They could have been there in like the 4th round, but he's gonna pick him in the 1st round, like he always does.
Bailey Zappi's gonna go fucking off. That's what I feel, and I'm drinking to it.
Future Hall of Famer.
So,
Bailey Zappi.
Do they name him the starter next season? I feel like he's kind of earned it at this point.
He's played better than Mac every time he's gone out there. Well, not every time, but like 90% of the time. Okay, so that's mine. What are you drinking tonight, Charles?
I'm drinking some fine old age whiskey as I prepare to lay the most drunk take of the evening. Now, some people might argue a home game's a good thing, but not for these folks. For these folks, the pain has only begun, but they're on the verge of making a comeback. You see, the Kansas City Chiefs are going to win a game. Now, you might say, wow, that's a sober take. The Chiefs are supposed to win, but come on, friends. We actually know that the fraudulent Chiefs to win another game this season is the drunkest of all takes. Taylor Swift is there as a sabotage agent, and it's just so hard to imagine that the Chiefs can pull off the upset and beat the Bengals. But I believe it. I believe that the Chiefs can put all their cards together and catch all the balls, and they'll somehow claw their way to beat the Bengals at home.
Might be enough.
Why is it
DJ?
That was so hella. I'm clipping that. That was so beautiful. Oh, fuck my life. That was awesome.
Upset of the week.
I'm so fucking dead. I can't. Goose, go ahead because I'm gonna need time to recover from this.
Man, so for starters, I'm not drunk, so I feel like I can't give an accurate read on this, like on these takes.
It's upset.
It's what?
It's an upset theme.
An upset theme. Man, dude, I think the Lions are gonna beat the Cowboys this week. And I think they're gonna do it in a convincing fashion.
That's mild.
It's not as drunk, but I can understand because you're not drinking.
Yeah, I'm not saucy right now. If you would have asked me this like after like a Sunday football, like when the Jets are playing, like I'm smacked. Like that'd be the time to ask me for like to go home with drugs.
The Jets! The Jets are going to the Super Bowl right now.
Yeah.
Riding Wilson the rest of the way.
Fuck.
Which, by the way, the one time that I picked the fucking Jets, you didn't. No, you did. Wait, yeah, you did. Never mind. No, you didn't.
Wait, what? No, I didn't.
No, you didn't.
I didn't pick them this week because I thought for sure we were gonna lose. And I was like, I saw a score and I was like, hell yeah. we're up like 27-14. I told you I took a nap. I woke up and I was like, what the fuck just happened? Like, what happened to the lead? We were down 28-27. I'm like, wow. I literally dozed off for like 45 minutes. What the fuck happened?
You can't do that during football games.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
That's like one of the downsides of watching it at the house. So I go to the bar. I gotta stay up.
You stop watching it, then all of a sudden craziness happens. That's what happened to me in the Titan game. I thought I was safe.
You wanna know what it is? It's because when I'm at home, I'm watching the game, I'm laying in bed. But like when I'm out at the bar, like I only sit if I'm eating. But like outside that, I'm standing. I'm like I got too much like energy to sit down.
Fuck, dude. See, I don't even have that excuse. I was at the stadium. I just 3 minutes and 30 seconds. We were up by 14 points. I was like, all right, Pops. He walks with a cane. I'm like, all right, let's go beat traffic. Fucking, I wasn't expecting an entire meltdown to happen before we got up the goddamn steps. Okay, so here's what picks are this week. It was a great week for Pick'em Antichrist. This is another reason why these fucking frauds aren't here tonight, by the way, Brendan and PJ.
Man, I changed 2 of my picks. This week I ain't changing shit.
Man,
honestly,
my pick'em did a lot better than I thought they did because it was looking a little squirrely like going into Sunday.
When it's Monkey's turn to have a victory lap, these motherfuckers fraud out.
Oh, man.
Bastards. But they'll be here if we lose to the Ravens, that's for sure. Okay. Let's pull up let's do these picks. Real quack. Gotta fucking erase all this shit that I didn't do. And then bring up the NFL schedule. Wow. Holy shit. There's games. Like, what? Oh, we're gonna have a fun time with this one.
Hey, just know I'm gonna give my final pick'ems to you in a fucking like a messenger or text message.
Okay. Let me put you up here, and let me put Charles. Cut and up here. All right.
Oh, chill out, bro.
2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, Jets at Browns is first on. Let me bring up the page so that you can see it. Share. Ding. Ding, ding, ding. Jesus, awesome. Okay. Jets, Browns. That's what we got first. I'm picking Cleveland. I believe in Joe Flacco.
Give me Joe fucking Flacco.
Yeah, I'm also gonna go with the Browns on this one because I listen. The Jets we saw this past Sunday, like that was just like a creation from like just playing the literal worst ranked defense in the league. I think this week against a very good Browns team, that the offensive line is going to be exposed again, and like Simeon might get hurt because they actually have to block these players. You guys got like Myles Garrett, a really good defense, but I don't know, man. I'm still going with the Browns. I'm at this point. I'm trying to go for Pick'em's dub right now. So I'm trying to make the smart pick instead of betting with my heart.
Lions, Cowboys. This is tough.
I already told you earlier. I think the Lions are going to beat the Cowboys. So I'm taking Motor City Dan and the Lions. Like I said, they got something to play for right now. They got they're fighting for the top seed. They're fighting for the top seed right now. So that's all the more. They're either going to crumble or they're going to fucking rise up to the occasion. So I think they rise up to the occasion and add to that, annual late season Cowboys collapse that we're, so used to seeing.
What an interesting position that we sit here in week 17 with the Lions and the Cowboys. Because this game is a lot harder to call than because we're looking at, first off, both these teams have very bad histories at this part of the season. But we're looking at, do the Lions lose momentum that they've built playing for that top seed? Or do the Cowboys drop fucking 3 in a row? Because both of those things seem so improbable.
Yeah.
Well, again, the Lions are playing once.
One thing for sure, Dak's still gonna ball out and get you, do what he's got to do for you in fantasy. But like, the Lions are still winning this game.
The Cowboys are good at home. You know what? Give me the Cowboys.
Okay. I just don't want to hear next.
See, no, wait. Here's the. That's the other thing that we haven't. That's the other thing that we haven't discussed. The Cowboys are very good at home.
That is true, but like I said, late season collapse.
Dude. 8:15 in Jerry's world.
Jerry's world.
Oh,
listen, I tell you what. If they had Trayvon Diggs still, I'd probably pick the Cowboys. But I'm going with the Lions because Trayvon Diggs is a big piece of that defense that's missing.
Man, what a tough game. I believe in the Lions.
Yeah,
I believe in Dan Campbell.
Motor City Dan.
All right. Titans, Texans. The first round was an interesting one. The Titans blew a close one in the Oilers uniforms. Houston does not have C.J. Stroud. Didn't have C.J. Stroud for that game either.
Yo, was it a concussion?
Yeah, I'm telling you, he got concussed with the Jets. He's been out ever since. And
what the fuck?
And that fucked me in the playoffs in one of my leagues because he was my guy.
How long is this concussion, dude?
I mean, they're probably doing what they did with Tua.
This would be like his second or third game miss. No,
They're probably doing what they did with. Not the fucking Not the last time. They're probably doing what they did with Tua, and just letting him sit out the rest of the season.
But they're in the
But they're in playoff contention. That doesn't make sense.
That is a good point. That is a great point.
In prime playoff contention, like within striking distance.
Let's see something. CJ Stroud news. I've seen there's nothing. Oh well, NBC thinks he could be back next week.
Could be. Who are they playing?
The Titans. And it's a pivotal matchup, dude.
Who's starting quarterback for the Titans?
It's probably going to be Ryan Tannehill.
Oh, snap.
Oh, yeah, I'm still going with the Texans.
They don't have a definitive answer, but they think he might play in Houston media. So,
man, you know what?
real tough.
I'm
tough game to call.
Texans no matter what.
It's in Houston,
Put me down for the Texans.
and Houston did beat them without CJ. Yeah, you know what? Texans. Who do you got, Charles?
Give me the Texans. I want to believe.
Falcons, Bears.
Ooh.
Oof.
Tough.
I'm going with the Bears. Hey, can I pick hinge on whether or not the Panthers win? Can I do that?
On who?
So if the Panthers win, I want to flip my pick. Because they did this versus the Browns. I called it live. The Panthers won their second game. The Bears were up by like a touchdown in the Cleveland game in like the fourth quarter. The Panthers won. I looked at my boy. I was like, yo, watch the Bears blow this game now. And I swear to you, the Bears blew the game. Joe Flacco did his thing, and the Browns won their game right after the Panthers won their game.
Oh my lord!
Fucking put me down for the Bears. They got 2 top 5.
If I did that, then PJ would be pissed because PJ tried to do that a couple of times this season. I wouldn't let him.
Put me down for the Bears. Okay.
All right.
I am going to choose the most amusing option, and I'm going to keep down with the Falcons for the rest of the season.
Y'all not making this easy. Give me fucking Atlanta to upset the Bears and ruin the rest of their season at home.
Why would that ruin their season? That would fucking put them back in the top 5 picks.
Oh yeah, you know what? That is true. Atlanta might be doing them a favor.
Have the Bears been eliminated from the playoffs yet or no?
I think so, but let me check.
Check that. That's kind of important at this point.
Playoff picture. Let's go back to that. No. I don't want pro football talk. Give me the NFL.
Oh no, I fucked up.
No, they're not. They're not in it.
They got eliminated already.
Yeah, they're. No. Excuse me. Whoa, here they are.
So they're still.
They are in the
12th.
12th. They're in the 12th seed with a 1%.
Oh, the Bears,
chance.
yeah, they're technically alive, but they would need the whole NFC to implode.
Yeah.
Which half of them play each other. Yeah, man, fuck it. I'm still gonna rock with the Bears. I feel like they can't lose because they'll have the number 1 pick no matter what because of the Panthers.
I think Atlanta's going to do it. It would be so on brand. All right, so here's the toughest game on the schedule. Dolphins, Ravens.
Man, I'm going with the Ravens on this one until the Dolphins prove otherwise against a team not named the Cowboys that they can win against a team with a winning record.
What the fuck?
The Ravens just went into San Francisco and just like straight up bodied them boys in their house. Like Lamar's doing his thing right now. I'm going with the Ravens, and it's in Baltimore.
The last time the Dolphins were in Baltimore, they broke a lot of people's hearts.
Was that recent?
That was in 2020.
Didn't they get fucking beat like 53-10?
That was before.
Was it?
Yeah.
I thought that was after.
I think the most recent.
I know y'all played either like last year or like 2020.
I thought we played them like week 1. I don't know.
Dolphins, Ravens record. This is the easiest way of doing that.
I think y'all won the last one. And then
So the
like
last
1 or 2
time
before
we
that, y'all
saw
got popped.
actually, that's crazy. I think we took the last two. Yeah, we've taken the last two.
The last 2, but 1 and 1, right? 1 in Baltimore, 1 in Miami.
One was last year in Baltimore. It was 2 was comeback, and then the year before that in Miami, 22-10. The 59-10 game you're talking about was the 2019 game.
And then the one before that was they dropped like a 40-burger on y'all.
Yep, it was a 40. It was a 40-point shutout. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's 3-2 in the last 5.
In whose favor?
Baltimore.
Yeah, I think they take a 4-2 lead this time around. I don't know, man. They're just playing at a different level right now. Like I said, they just like dismantled one of the best teams in the league, one of the best defenses in the league. Just absolutely dismantled the 49ers. Like, I don't know, like that's in San Francisco. Like that to me is like that's impressive. I think the Ravens got this. Like if this was like a matchup in the playoffs, I really wouldn't know who to pick because Lamar only has like 1 career playoff win, I think, and like the Dolphins haven't won a playoff game in like fucking since 2000. Yeah, so it'd be like that would be like I would probably flip a coin on that one, to be honest with you. So I make all my big decisions.
Miami.
But yeah,
we can do it.
I believe in them.
Hey man, you do you. I'm just saying, Baltimore kind of impressed last night.
Saints, Bucks.
Man, it's like ass or ass. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Nah, Baker Mayfield, baby.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the Bucks on that one. Like the Saints.
Yeah, I was thinking the same shit. Tampa.
Like I fucking Derek Carr, man. So ass.
Patriots, Bills.
Where is it at?
Buffalo.
In Buffalo. A man can dream, but Buffalo.
Man, I think. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Pats upset them here, but I'm gonna go ahead and pick Buffalo in this scenario, just for the fact that it's in Buffalo, and that's just like a tough place to play, especially this time of year.
I mean, New England's up there too, so they're not that. They're not.
I'm also talking about their stadium, not necessarily the weather.
Yeah. Man, I could only wish, man. I wish it was another like one of those the ones where the running game where it was
No,
so
it's cool.
snowy.
Pick Buffalo. I'm picking Buffalo. We'll curse
I'm
them.
picking Buffalo, but I'm saying like I wish it was one of those the ones where the quarterback can't throw because it's like blanket snow and all this.
Oh,
Superstorm.
where it's just a straight rushing game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Games for the Birds, Cardinals, Eagles. This is a real tough one, right?
Eagles are frauds, but give me the Eagles.
Yeah, man. Ah.
The Eagles are frauds, but the Cardinals are just straight bad.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just fucking. I can't. The Cards haven't done shit this season to be like, yo, they might be able to beat the Eagles. Like, nah, I gotta go with the Eagles.
The Jaguars need this game so goddamn bad. This is the kind of game the Jaguars need right now.
I mean, yeah, if they lose this. Jesus Christ.
Who are they playing?
Panthers. Jags. Yeah, Panthers, Jags.
Oh, is Trevor Lawrence playing?
We don't know. It's probably going to be GTD.
Damn. And the Panthers look like they're starting to piece it together. They need a wide receiver one in Carolina, my boy. That's what they should be. Man, see, here's one of those games. Like
that
the Panthers,
they need to make.
The Panthers can't lose even if they win because they're fucking the Bears at this point. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's tough. I don't know what
They
to
need
say.
a wide receiver one, and they need to make cleats that make a guy a foot or two bigger. Platform cleats for
Nah,
Bryce
honestly,
Young.
if you get like actual protection and you just get him like wide receiver one, his height not even gonna be an issue.
That's true. Get him
Like-
D-Hop. D-Hop's used to that.
Yeah,
Fuck
that
it,
was
he's out
deep.
there.
Yeah.
Although D-Hop's kind of regressed. Raiders, Colts. Oh, wait, you haven't picked. Who are you picking? Jags or Carolina? Panthers, Jags.
Where is it in Jacksonville? In Carolina?
It's in Jacksonville.
I'm going with the Jags on that one.
Same.
Jags.
Oh no, we're gonna curse him. Raiders, Colts. Interesting. The Colts are playing for their playoff lives, I think, in this game.
Both teams
And
are.
so are the Raiders. And call it recency bias, but I really think the Raiders are gonna do some shit.
Yeah, I think the Raiders are gonna just they're here to just take lives and secure this man's job.
And I think that's what it really is too.
They're playing hard for this guy. Ooh, Mr. Roboto.
You're cutting in and out pretty hardcore. Might be a connection thing.
You hear me right now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Can you hear me now?
Nope.
I'm saying I'm gonna go Raiders.
F.
Well, we got Raiders.
Well, I know that he picked the Raiders. So we're all picking Raiders. Hold up a minute here. Let me pull. I guess we'll come back to him whenever he reconnects. We got a few more games here to call. Rams, Giants. I'm picking, it's in New York, but I'm picking the Rams. Go ahead, Charles.
I think the Tommy DeVito experience is over. Unfortunately, it was fun while it lasted.
Yeah.
And the Rams are looking like they're good. They're making the playoffs, dude.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that is what a like mid-season rebuild. You know, get all these young guys together. They're figuring it out. Like it's. Oof.
Can y'all hear me now?
We got Yeah, way better. We got Raiders out of you.
So yeah, Raiders. I was saying Raiders. I was like, they just went into Kansas City with their quarterback didn't even throw 80 yards and won the game. So
yeah, it's hard to ignore that.
Yeah, I'm riding the wave.
Rams Giants. We picked the Rams.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Rams. The Giants season is toast. The Rams are still actually playing for a playoff spot as well.
Yeah, they've been hot. They only lost to the Ravens in overtime in like the last 6 weeks.
Niners. Here's a fucking tough one. Niners Cowboys. Niners Commanders. Niners Commies.
Yeah.
Sorry, Commies. Sorry, Ron Rivera. Your job is toast.
Yeah, it's wild. I'm going with the 49ers. I feel like that's a no-brainer on that one.
Steelers Seahawks.
Man, who's starting for the Steelers?
What's the Steelers' record?
They're in the hunt too. I think they're like 8-7 or something like that.
8-7. Give me the Steelers.
Third in AFC North.
Who are they playing? Steelers and who?
Steelers Mason Rudolph to start again if Kenny Pickett's still out. Mason Rudolph to begin week as Steelers starting quarterback. Mason Rudolph currently slated to be starting quarterback on Sunday. All signs point to Mason Rudolph right now.
Who are they playing?
Seahawks.
Is Geno back?
Yes.
Look, I respect it, but the Steelers do not finish.
Where is it at? Is it in Seattle?
Seattle.
In Seattle?
Yeah.
Man, fuck the Steelers. I'm going with the Seahawks.
Charles, you said you picked the Steelers?
I'm not changing my mind. Yeah, I'm going with the Steelers.
I don't believe in Mason Rudolph more than Geno Smith.
You don't got to. You got to believe in TJ Watt more than Geno Smith.
Nah.
I mean, I feel like they're in the same conference as the 49ers, no?
Yeah.
Dude, they face fucking Nick Bosa and now Chase Young twice years. They ain't worried about TJ Watt.
You know what's the crazy part? That the Steelers play the Ravens in the last week, and that's also the game they might win. Just because.
Let's not get carried away.
No. Steelers versus Ravens is always a shit show.
Yeah, that's that division rivalry I be talking about. Like, it don't matter how good or bad teams are. Records and stats go out the window, and just shit happens.
In fact, the Steelers. That was last year. Right? That was last year. How'd their first game go?
Ravens.
No, Steelers won.
What?
Steelers won. 10 to 17.
They're one of the 3 losses.
See? This is goddamn.
The Steelers are one of the 3.
So then the Ravens gotta win that game as a revenge. That's gonna be the revenge game. That's next week, right?
That's the last week.
That's week 18? Okay.
Yeah.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there, then.
Yep.
Anyways, Seahawks.
All right, so Bengals Chiefs.
In Cincy?
In KC.
In KC. Well, I mean, we just saw what the Raiders did in KC.
Much but like the AFC Championship.
But also the Bengals just fucking shit the bed against the Steelers. So it's like, Man,
Casey.
I just don't see Pat Mahomes losing to a Earl like that. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs.
Charles?
I'm going with the Bengals.
Whoa!
Yeah, I picked the Chiefs as my drunk take, and I don't want to go with that for real.
What? Damn.
Jesus. Chargers, Broncos. Someone has to win this game.
Yuck. Are the Broncos
Man, the Broncos really let it go, man. The Broncos, all they had to do was beat the Patriots, and they'd be in a good position to really upset everything. But no, they had to really fuck it up.
That's what happens when you got Russ at quarterback at this stage of his career.
That's right.
Meanwhile, the Chargers just sweated one out with the Bills.
Yeah, with Easton fucking Stick.
This is a tough game, bro.
I'm gonna pick the Broncos. They're still technically alive. They got a pulse.
I'm picking Denver.
I'm picking the Chargers, bro. I think Russ is toast. They're fucking shot. I actually think the Broncos have a chance to win this game, and then Russ is gonna somehow throw it away. But
Packers, Vikings.
I'm going with the Chargers.
Green Bay versus Minnesota.
In Minnesota, well, I guess it doesn't matter anymore because Minnesota's got a fucking dome now.
They pump noise in that stadium. I know that.
Have you been there?
No, I know it. It's not from me being there personally. It's from like hearing other people bitch about it on Twitter.
Some guy busted that. Fuck. It's in Minnesota. Minnesota's eliminated, don't know, right?
Pretty sure.
And Packers too. And the Packers still in the hunt.
No, I think again they're all the NFC technically alive.
Really?
Yeah, they're technically alive. I think 9-8 gets into the playoffs in the NFC.
Nah, lower than that. Hold on, let me check here.
And is Josh Dobbs benched or is he hurt?
He's benched right now. Things might change, but he's benched right now.
I feel like they should like start him for this game. And now that JJ's back.
Oh wow, NFL's fucking working on the playoff picture. Go figure.
Working on the script.
They're rewriting it. NFC, the Vikings are not here.
They're Gonzo.
Green Bay still
eliminated?
is.
So the Vikings have been eliminated then.
Technically alive, the best kind of alive.
Like,
that's the one that Aaron Rodgers wishes he was.
Oh wow, they both are still in. I'm an idiot. I had it over. Minnesota's in the 8th seed. Green Bay's in the 10th.
There you go.
Oh, so they're kind of there. So Green Bay is basically borderline eliminated. And Vikings just went toe to toe with fucking the Lions, no?
Division shit show.
What the fuck? I don't know what to go right now.
That's our fucking Sunday night game. And we do not have any Monday night football this week.
That sucks. So is the last game on the schedule?
Yeah.
Man, I wish I could like flip a coin right now. You got a quarter on you?
Give me Green Bay.
No. I don't have a quarter on me.
Damn.
Fuck, dude. This is a bitch.
Yeah, I don't know. Man. And Nick Mullins is still the QB?
Let me check. Vikings haven't decided on starting quarterback versus Packers.
Like this. I feel like that kind of leans more towards Dobbs than.
No. They are discussing Nick Mullins and Jaron Hall.
What? So Dobbs was hurt, or just like they just traded for him for nothing?
They said you trash, nigga.
That's crazy.
That's a weird reaction. I mean, he had one or two bad games.
Yo, bro, I just think it's crazy because like JJ wasn't like he didn't have JJ to throw to in any of those games. Like JJ just came back. I feel like he deserves a shot with JJ, but I don't know, man. I feel
you know what's crazy? On the 25th. On the 25th, this was written.
So yesterday.
Minnesota quarterback Josh Dobbs was benched for Nick Mullins following a shaky performance versus Raiders.
Which is crazy because the Raiders have been on a tear.
After the game, Minnesota Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell told reporters that Mullins was the team's starting quarterback until the end of the season.
What the fuck?
What?
So Josh Dobbs is not a part of this equation.
Nick Mullins is ass.
Yeah, man. After those couple weeks, he said, "Oh, you had a bad game. You're out of here." Like, what the hell?
Well, that was on the 25th. It's the 27th.
Well, technically, okay, yeah, it just became the 27th, though. That was technically yesterday. But, man. Fuck it, man. Dude, this is, like, terrible.
Knee-jerk NFL reaction.
I wish I had a fucking coin to flip, to be honest. Fuck it, give me the Packers. I'll take the Packers.
I don't want to throw away this pick, dude.
Don't make me rethink my pick. I'm already fucking struggling on it. I really want to go home and flip a coin and give you my answer, baby. Like I'm like
we're almost there.
I'm like an hour and a half away from my house, so like I'm trying to hold it down.
Minute.
I have one of my fucking chains in. Hold on.
Green Bay needs this game so bad.
Oh, okay, hang on. Let me
Steve picked the Vikings.
Man. Oh.
God damn it, Jordan Love, if you fuck me on this.
Your Pick'em's record's on the line, man.
I know, dude.
Yeah,
it's so
both of us
stressful.
are.
It's so stressful.
Damn it. This is like a fucked up game to pick. Like, of all the games we just went through, and this is the one that's like, I don't know.
Jesus
Christ. I'm picking Green Bay, and I'm just going to have to live with my decision.
I just saw Brandon's Pick'em's record. How did he manage?
Who?
What?
Oh, Brandon.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to catch up to Monkey now, but this last week kind of fucked me.
Brandon felt the curse of having a baby. So it fucks up getting picks on time. Alright, so that's it. We're good. That is the end of the fucking show for this week. PJ and Brendan are fucking frauds.
Super frauds. Let's thank Patrick Mahomes again for coming out.
Yeah, appreciate that. Kansas City is a considerable fraud right now. Oh, we didn't do fraud alert. Let's do some fraud alerts.
Oh, we skipped right over. Well, I mean, I know who I'm picking.
I know who I'm picking too.
All right. Well, PJ, this one's for you, buddy. You managed to convert the Kansas City Chiefs into fraudulent ass motherfuckers. You have single-handedly ruined the goddamn dynasty that we were supposed to see. I thought there was still a chance, despite Patrick Mahomes losing a ring to Tom Brady, the GOAT of all GOATs. I thought, wow, that really sets back the whole catching up to Brady thing, because that's like a 2-ring differential out there. But I thought maybe there's still hope. But no, sir, you single-handedly have destroyed this franchise. And now they might not even make the playoffs. We might be watching Chiefs Kingdom cry. We might see Taylor Swift literally bawl her eyes out on national TV as Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes lose to the Bengals at home, endangering their chances to even make the playoffs this season. So, good job, PJ. This is all on you. No one else to blame. You had to bring your Atlanta Falcons ways to them, and they're going to finish with the exact same record. So, good job. Atlanta might make the playoffs at 9-8. The Chiefs won't. That's it.
Man, low key, they kind of giving the NFL's kind of giving the Chiefs the John Cena like fucking treatment.
You're gonna get beat by Roman Reigns. Thanks for coming.
And then they had to get put down by John Cena one time, which is in their situation is Tom Brady. It's like, yeah, you know what? Just chill out for a second. Straight up, son, man.
What? To piggyback, because that's my fraud alert, is Kansas City, but it's not all of Kansas City's teams. Management really fucked this one up. You all shit the bed. Letting Tyreek Hill walk was one thing. You won a Super Bowl after him. I understand that. Letting Smith-Schuster walk, though, that sucks. Because I bet you wish you had him over Kadarius Toney.
I mean, but he didn't even really do shit there.
It would have been better than Mr. No Hands.
Except catch balls that were thrown out his hands.
I guess. Yeah, if he got that far in the game. Like,
I'm not saying Juju was an all-star, but...
Pittsburgh, so...
Yeah, I'm not saying
I haven't heard Juju Smith-Schuster's name since he was doing TikToks on the fucking logo.
Well, he's in New England, so that's kind of a tough ask.
Kadarius Toney, that's all I gotta say. Who would you rather have?
How did we get to a reality where Kadarius Toney was performing better with Daniel Jones?
I would take fucking chances on like off the
Your phone doesn't agree with what you're saying. Your phone said, no, listen. Kansas City's frauds.
He says, whoever you were going to pick is wrong. Kansas City's the only correct choice.
But yeah, going back to what I was saying real quick. The front office really dropped the ball not getting Patrick Mahomes a true receiver. And letting Rice be your wideout one with Kadarius Toney dropping fucking passes late into his hand, it's a tough ask. Like, what I'm seeing with the Chiefs in all reality, is a team that's broken, distracted, not focused, and there's just one guy trying to do every fucking thing, but he's one fucking guy. So yeah, no, that's. I feel like the organizational failure of not getting a proper weapon for this guy on a deep threat is really fucking this team right now. So that's my fraud alert. Taylor Swift shouldn't be in the box fucking making a giant fucking distraction for your all-star tight end when you don't have wide receivers. Like, something's got to give here.
Oh, I think I'm back.
Yeah, you are back.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. My bad. I'm on the highway.
All right, so who's your fraud alert?
Man, even though they won, I'm still putting the Bills on fraud alert again. And the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't really call the Cowboys a fraud because this is their annual late season collapse. So this is exactly who they are. Both teams set themselves up for a potential round one exit.
I agree. Especially in the Bills' case. They're setting their hopes up real high. Alright. That's the show. Alright, we did everything we were supposed to do. Alright, so next week we get to bury PJ and Brendan twice as hard because they missed this week.
And I'm just saying, if the Ravens lose, Chiefs lose to the Bengals.
Oh God.
Oh man, Hell's Fury will come down.
I will go to PJ's house and
we'll do the show live from
there.
PJ's yard. From PJ's front yard, we'll have the show.
All right. Until next Tuesday, we will see you later. Have fun with your bets. Hopefully, we'll have some bet shows around the week before the games start. And no Monday football. Just saying.
Hey, yeah, but there is football Thursday.
Yep. Football Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday.
All right, boys. Have a good one.
All right. Peace out, brothers.
Peace.